Kasih sayangku terbaru, wangi angin bermimpi.
That's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
G'day everyone, Matt over here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The brick boards here. At least I know the sound's working.
Why is Wally flat on his back? What are you doing?
Went a bit Wally.
Guys, I'm so lucky that I have you, because if I didn't, I would be pregnant by the end of the night and having fake parties who all rob me of my VIP points.
Yeah, I suppose skeletons really are not going to cost you an arm and a leg, are they?
To the Leicester Square store, and they had 3 people stood around feeling bags for the whole time I was there. What are you doing?
I was terrible at feeling those bags. I just can't.
I was. I was. I had security in Sainsbury's. Was it Sainsbury's? Morrison, all looking at me. And Tom said to me, I think we're being watched. I said, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm feeling bags.
But I haven't got a Woody. That sounds dodgy. I haven't got a Woody Mayfield.
There's 2 now! It doesn't matter!
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to the Family Bricks live stream number 42, which is the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. For anyone who's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you can get that reference there. Welcome along to everyone here, and big shout out to Trevor, who did a bit of a tweak on the intro, and we got the Christmas theme in there, so thanks for that. We appreciate that. And the usual sort of thing, shout out to the replay gang. And this time it's going to be Brian's Bricks and also Trevor's videos. So if you're watching this back and you leave a comment underneath, I'll give you a shout out in the next one, just like we did there. Usual social media thing, share, like, and subscribe. Press all the buttons around it. Everyone who's going to be on the stream today, their details are down there as well. And we'll have Madlib in a minute in as well. And he's still trying to get up to that first 100 subscribers, so by all means certainly go and check him out there, and we all know what it felt like to get to those first 100. It seems like it's going to take forever. And with that too, usual sort of thing, if you feel like supporting the stream, making a super chat or something like that, we can do that. And while on that there, have the quick plug from the sponsor, helps pay for some of the streaming software and a few bits and pieces as well.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.mccatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
And we've just had the Lego Fortnite collaboration drop in Fortnite itself. So there's a poll out today, and the question being very much, because it's only just dropped, so have you become a Fortnite expert in the last 24 hours? All of a sudden seeing all over social media, everyone coming out of the woodwork. So there's questions there. Yes, you've been the one-day expert. No, what is it? And the other option is, yes, I've always known that there's 14 days in a fortnight. So with that, we'll have a quick shout out to some people we've seen in the chat there. Traveling Noodles, welcome back. Always good to see you. Brickstage Pass, great to have you in, and we'll be chatting very, very shortly. And Cabbage Face there, used to play Fortnite from Season 1 till about Season 9, then it became boring. And not a fan of the Lego thing. Survival is boring. Yeah, the kids, I'm sure we'll be chatting about it. They're fully into it, and they're like, it's just Lego Minecraft, which interesting to see where they get around the guns there. And a shout out to Barry. Hope you're going well, and shout out to your nose as well. Sure, you love that. And let's go here. Anything new to Lego people? They become experts. LOL. Yeah, it's the sort of thing. Kids got into it heavily for the last year, and I'm always asking other people about it and things. And it's interesting how many people did or didn't know about it. And we got saying hi to Craig there, and shout out to Brickapix and Brickatie. Good evening. Hope you're well. Good evening, chat there. And London Bridge Bricks, Greg, hey, how you going? Did his 200th live stream last week. Congratulations on that. And I'm just trying to think. So I think, obviously off to 201, on the way to 208 for 4 years. That's quite an effort doing that consistently. And hats to Greg there as well. Bricky Tie, hope your evening's going well. And everyone's sort of saying that back and forth to each and everyone there. And Igloo waiting Fortnite minifigs. And I think with that, I think we've had enough Fortnite, so we'll start bringing in some other people to start chatting about it. So our usuals, as we sort of say, good to have Kerry in a bit early these days, which is good. And also our friendly neighborhood German affiliate, Amazon, Lady McBrick, and our more recent addition to the panel, Madlib. How are you guys all going?
All good. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, excellent. How's your sort of week been?
Mine's been pretty. Well, I've been resting mainly because I'm full of cold and flu. I think I possibly got COVID, but we don't test nowadays, do we? So yeah.
It's just a slightly annoying cough flu or something.
Yeah, I did two excuse me, I did two brick shows on the weekend, so sorry to everybody that went. You might just have COVID.
No.
Yeah,
it was, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, I'm really not fine. Not at the end of it.
Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, you obviously the sudden weather change. It's really hit winter now, and then that can throw things out quite a bit. So,
especially
and
for
on
me,
that note,
24 degrees, and then came. Yeah.
But in today, someone we haven't had in, and I haven't caught up with. Well, we briefly crossed each other's paths on the Beyond the Brick 24-hour live stream a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was early morning or something there. So it's good to have them in. Sort of either King of the Castle or King of the Bat Caves. I'm not sure which. Welcome along, Craig. How you going?
Hello.
Good to have you in.
Yeah, good to be here.
How's things?
It's been a while since we've been on stream, isn't it?
Yeah. It's I'd hate to think it's probably at least a good year or so.
Yeah, it could be getting on that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's shocking. That's too long, you guys.
Too long for us. To be fair, though, I have had a lot going on in that meantime. So.
Yeah. I'll forgive you
that. Thank you.
So what's it's been a while. What's the sort of latest in Craig world? Are you sort of doing some castle sort of mocks for an upcoming show, or how's the Batcave getting on? Or?
Well, I'm meant to be doing the Batcave and finishing that off for Bricktastic. So I want to try and get it done out of the way and make sure I can transport it. And because there's a lot of electronics in it to get right. And obviously Scott's doing loads of it. So I need to get all that sorted. And then I just haven't been in the mood. You know when you're not in the mood for building something. So I've been doing the museum recently and enjoying doing the museum, even though I wasn't actually going to buy it. And then in the meantime, I'm doing the castle stuff, but as and when. I've got stuff built for the next video, but I've not done any more since I built that. So there's probably one more castle stuff, and then I'll have to start doing some Batcave stuff.
Back to the Batcave sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just I'm sure we'll get into it with some of the new releases. Obviously, Space has got a big sort of comeback across lots of multiple different themes. I mean, is it only a matter of time before we start seeing something similar in the castle sort of vein? I mean,
I don't know. They keep dropping these nostalgia gift with purchase sets, don't they? I don't. and the Lion Knight's castle, from all accounts, is selling better than they expected. So, what does that tell you? I think the blacksmith did well, didn't it?
Yeah, I think the blacksmith, and then aren't they redoing sort of like the markets to kind of match it?
Medieval Market Street next
Medieval,
year with a bit of, I think, me and Baz have sort of agreed that there's potentially a guarded in nod in that, which is sort of a legendary set. It was actually a legendary set. It was remade once. They've obviously the CMFs as well. There's a lot of medieval stuff in CMFs for this next season coming up. So they clearly must be thinking about doing something like more castle stuff. But whether they'll do a line, I just don't know.
Yeah, it's looking at the space stuff. I mean, they're starting to get some of the new logos and everything, but it's sort of like the space is in Technic, it's in Friends, it's in City, and I think there's some I'm forgetting off the top of my head. Which, you know,
it's quite good though. I think all of the space stuff they're doing looks good. The Technic stuff looks like really different out there.
Yeah,
the City stuff is probably the best City stuff, I would say, out of the City line. I think it's been very sort of the building's going very Jack Stoney for me on some of them fire stations. And the Friends stuff is great, isn't it? The Friends seems to be better than the City.
Yeah. No, the City stuff, like each year or every other year, it seems like you get a new fire station, new police station, whatever, and so like ho hum. But the ones that they've done now, it's almost like they got like a modern architecture type spin on it. Like you look at it, like this is kind of different, kind of new.
Large pieces as well. I mean, they're probably going to do quite well with it, but obviously, I think I never mentioned it on another conversation I had, but was that maybe they're trying to now define a line between adults and what are kids Lego sets, and they're not trying to. Before, where they maybe were trying to please both audiences, they maybe don't need to now. They know the adults are buying the adult sets, and if they like some of the other sets, they're going to buy them anyway. So they don't need to sort of fit between play and display as much.
Yeah.
They're doing it across the line though with that, aren't they? They're doing it in all aspects of, like, they're doing it in Harry Potter. They're doing it in. I don't think they've done it in Friends as such, but you could say that the icon set is City, really. But yeah. I mean, are people now gonna stop being mardy about the Harry Potter train?
Are they going to stop being mardy about it?
Yeah, stop being mardy about it.
Yeah, because it's a rubbish big red train.
It's not.
It's kind of
just like a big rubbish yellow cube.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
Always in sort of a little chat winding up Chris, in particular, one brick stud who couldn't quite be in here about the Harry Potter stuff, and it's kind of like, you know, what are some of the best sets, and they can't be rehashes. Okay, that rules out most of the Harry Potter line.
Thank you very much. Some of those sets are very good. We'll not talk about the pigeon. Some of those sets are very good.
What pigeon?
Oh God, the epileptic pigeon is awful.
I don't think it's that bad, the Hedwig thing, because I think it's pitched at those kids to build, isn't it? It's like, you know, if you're walking to the store and you see the icons one, you're like, oh, Dad, I want that one, and I'm going, no, this is the one you're getting, because that's the one you're going to build. And I'm not worried about you trashing it.
Yeah,
and you know, you'll end up in your pieces of everything else. So yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think there might be some lines being drawn that have never maybe been a bit blurry beforehand. Like for me, the big red train, to go to that one, if you didn't put the figures with it and you didn't have the platform and you had it as a display piece, well, you could have kept the platform, then it makes sense. But to do something that's non-minifigure scale and add minifigures where you're sort of looking at it, like you could have done a collector's line of figures, couldn't you? Like a special set of figures across it. It's just, there's too many blurry lines in that train. That's why I don't like it. Not because it doesn't look good, because it does look good. I just feel like it would be a lot cheaper if there'd have been, well, or get rid of some of the minifigures and have another carriage would have been nice.
Yeah. I think very much with the release of the Orient Express, it then starts putting, you know, a rethink on that train, because originally it's sort of like too big, too this, too whatever, and then you get the Orient Express compared to what its ideas one was, particularly the engine, and it's like, well, okay, do we want something that looks good, or do we want something that will run on a track maybe and then put it away? Like,
I was chatting to some LNER lug on a Saturday. Proper set him off about that train. They are not happy about the Orient Express. I'm like,
see, I like it.
The carriages, though, I think it's beautiful.
And I completely understand why the licensing had a nod to what engine they had in
the
it.
engine at all. He was fuming.
Yeah,
but it's again, if they'd have done the original, it wouldn't have gone around the track, and they would have been moaning that it wouldn't have gone around the track. So it's a no-win situation for Lego, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people moan about that train on the train, because I'm a part of a few of the train groups, have been for a long time, and I've seen so many people moan, and they've all gone out and bought two. So Lego.
It's kind of like the Star Wars. Oh, we hate it. Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Day one, definitely. So, yeah, we sort of touched on it a little bit. Fortnite. People playing, interested, jump on the bandwagon, don't care. What are our sort of thoughts?
Well, I played some of it today, and been on it for a couple of hours. Obviously, I didn't know what to expect, because obviously Fortnite, you're going around trying to kill each other off.
Yeah.
It's not very Lego, but now this is a survival game. So you're just, you're crafting things. From what I can gather, you're creating like wood mills and stone mills, and you're creating fire pits and stuff, and then you upgrade them so you can get better equipment, and then you can make bigger builds, and then you also have, it looks like they've got set buildings that you can create, but they've also got building blocks so you can create your own buildings as well. So yeah, but it's a lot of running around getting wood and rock to begin with, but that's it. So, yeah.
And killing some of the little gremlins and that. Yeah,
I think the bad guys is just nature. It's you got like wolves and spiders and crabs and things. So yeah,
it's not very Fortnite, is it?
Not really.
No. I mean the kids, because they've been playing it for a couple of hours after they got through homework and stuff like that, and they're like, it's just Lego Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, which when you look at it so far with what I've seen, it seems to be in that sort of way. So I wonder if then Minecraft are going to turn around and go, oh, wait a minute, guys, like what's like?
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought they were going to do some kind of battle royale or something, and I thought, how are they going to get away with this?
Yeah.
And then when Connor, who was like well into it already, he said, oh, it's like this, you're going to like that. And then I went, well, it's a bit like the original survival Fortnite game, and it's more like that. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's what it's more like. It's more like Lego Worlds crossed with Minecraft. I'm like, all right, but they've both been playing it tonight, so both kids are enjoying it. So I think Lego is doing what Lego want it to do, but it doesn't sound like we're getting any sets off figures at the moment, though, does it?
Well, the unofficial rumor is Summer Wave, but who knows, though? That's been in play for a little while now. Because originally, sort of looking at it, it's sort of like very much, if you do the Fortnite, you sort of think in terms of Battle Royale. So it's sort of like, well, if you're doing Battle Royale, it's sort of like you've got the, the bus, maybe a reboot van. And then after that, it's like, well, what would be iconic buildings? Whereas certainly seeing what they're doing with this other sort of thing, you could very easily do sort of like a nature hut or, all these little type things. And I think it's interesting. It's almost like a backdoor way for Lego to get a sort of like open world, which, yes, they've had the Lego games, but, is in terms of, they're using kind of like the Fortnite engine, which is obviously being developed and built, and then they're just kind of doing their thing within that. So,
and letting them host it and run it, basically. Epic Games, there you go.
Yeah.
It's almost like Epic Games buying Lego's license, isn't it, really?
Which, I mean, when you look at some of the other, obviously all the other skins have done across, whether it's Star Wars or whatever, Attack on Titan, whatever it is this month. Whereas this seems to be much, much deeper. If you've built a whole separate style survival on top of it, and if they've already, we're seeing, 700 or 1,200 different Lego type skins. But, okay, yes, you're reskinning or whatever else, but that's still a fair amount of design work and just execution. So it feels like they're trying to build out a sustainable long-term type Minecrafty game to keep them coming back, and not so much a one and done.
Well, they've still got some work to do on some of the skins, because as you if you scroll through the ones, obviously it's the ones that you've got, and it's not every skin that you've got can be transferred over to a Lego version, but on some of them there is a little notification in the corner, and it does say that they will be working on adding more details to this skin a bit later on. So they've kind of made a quick version, and then later on they're going to probably repaint some of the bits and put in some extra details on like the torsos and stuff. But so it does look like they've still got a lot more development into it, but they probably just wanted to really push it out right now.
Yeah, just get it out there, and if it works, then obviously they can keep developing and fleshing it out. And this was Baz's comment down there. Looking forward to some TMT again. Yeah, because I saw somewhere, maybe it was on Instagram, where they had 4 of the turtles or whatever.
Yeah, they had them fully rendered, didn't they?
It's sort of like, okay, if this goes the way that it goes, could this be like another dimension sort of thing where, okay, we've got the turtles in there as that, and then we'll do some minifigures based off them or something. Like that becomes quite exciting.
Well, I've already seen some of the Marvel skins I've got on the game, and they're already in Lego version. So not every Marvel one, but there's a few. But
I would imagine
what you guys are talking about right now. Skins.
It's what they call the what you basically put on in Fortnite. So if you want to run around as that avatar character, they call them skins in Fortnite.
Sounds a bit weird.
It's just a different avatar.
Because normally with Fortnite, every season they do, there's all these different themes to it. Like they've done a Spider-Man one, so you could basically get your kids would come saying, "Can you buy me the latest skins and pay this much money?" And all it is digital content. There's nothing physical to it. So they basically put a lot of pictures of the Marvel ones up today that are all potentially going to be in the game, I presume, because there's a full list of them, and some of them look like they're going to be the ones that are in the rumored X-Men mansion as well. So I presume there's a bit of crossover there.
Yeah,
I hope so.
They might just be general crossover and no specific Fortnite stuff, other than like you said, maybe some iconic Fortnite rather than a full lineup. But I would have liked them just to have done minifigs, because I think even the kids playing Fortnite would want the figs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can see that you could do a CMF line just on that, like you did a Disney one or a DC superheroes.
Be nice if they didn't do it as a blind bag though, did it? And just did them, I don't know, a little bit more in a case or something. That would be quite nice.
All I was thinking of when they came out with Fortnite was I could potentially finally get my nephews into Lego. So every Christmas going, did you buy me Lego again? So I stopped buying them Lego 2 years ago.
And what they just
they might like this, because they might not have to queue for hours and hours to get shot in the head, and they have to queue for hours and hours to go again. That's usually what happens to me.
Yeah.
Some 3-year-old shoots you in the head.
When you've just
he's running a bot or something, or whatever Connor calls it, to always head target. As soon as he loses, it's like they're cheating again. Or they might just be better than you.
Might just be better. Yeah, no, the kids got quite good at it, and then they always want to play me, and I barely touch it, and then went in and managed to take them out a couple of times, and they were not happy about that whatsoever. What's that?
I think they're all kids now are born to ultimately headshot your aim accurately. Like their fingers have been modified through, I don't know, through evolution to instantly know how to move a stick on a paddle along, whereas I'm still stuck in the old cross pad from the NES.
NES, No, the kids, particularly when they've got the iPads and they're doing the touch dual controls and things like that, and half the time they got the fingers in weird positions because it's like, okay, that's the two thumbsticks and then other buttons, and you're just like, I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
They're all little mini Tony Starks. They can just fly things around and put screens everywhere. I'm like, I can't even pinch and zoom.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what your kids were like, but certainly when we had COVID and stuff like that, they took to like Zoom and all that pretty easily and pretty quickly, and didn't have too much.
Teams we had,
so
into it. I think I showed them a couple of times how to upload documents, and then they became better than me at Teams, and I use Teams every day in my job. Right.
Yeah, and then you're very quickly getting the messages from school. It's like, yes, no. While it's fun, you can't do your backgrounds anymore. You need to.
yeah, that was weak. All right, yeah.
With that, so excuse me.
I'm with the chat on the turtles. I think I never understood why they stopped doing that line.
Haven't they gone across to some other manufacturer?
Yeah, somebody else got the thingy. But there's nothing to stop them. Multiple companies. There used to be. I don't know if anyone else knows this. There used to be a thing where there was only one brick building that was allowed to have the license, and that's gone now. That went about 10 years ago. Where now anybody can have the license. You just got to pay for it. So it doesn't matter if say Mega Construct have got He-Man, Lego wanted He-Man. They just go and get the license off Mattel, and that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if then the prices would have changed as well, because I could imagine that if I were the sole license owner, I would have to pay more than if the same kind of company has the same license as I have.
It depends on what you negotiate, I think. It comes down to what you want to pay. If no one else is using it, then you might get it cheaper because they're going, oh, somebody doing it's better than nobody doing it. But I have no idea how that works. I'm just winging it.
Yeah, and for us, it's in any case good, because can you imagine if Star Wars would be by multiple brick build companies, and they had different things, and maybe for a smaller price? Then
the problem with Star Wars license, I expect it to be Lego paying extremely high for it. No other company has the toy company would have the pull like a brick company to be able to then make it viable to be able to compete with Lego.
Right, and the minifig is really is an issue, because other than that, just for the ships, can you imagine if another company had the license of Star Wars and they would do prints?
Yep.
Yeah. Or even if
the figures is why Lego works so hard to protect it, and why they sent out all them cease and desist to all the people who were drawing them and stuff, because they know they have to be actively challenging it, even if they don't win, just to keep the patent on it, so no one else can use that likeness or the trademark. So they want anything. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is really personal. They'll come after me. I'm only a little business, and I print Lego or I draw Lego." And I'm like, "It's not personal. It's just everybody they send out the letter to. Whether you comply is a different matter."
Yeah.
But they just go to the lawyers and say, "Look, we have tried to stop these people. If they don't do anything, then the trademark people question, well, what are you doing to protect it?" And they're saying, "Well, we're not, because everyone just uses it." And they go, "Well, you can't have it anymore." So that's basically what Lego did.
Fair enough.
I wonder, has there been anywhere where they've actually taken it further if somebody's not stopped it?
Probably, depending on the size of the company and how many people would want to take Lego on. Because I would think most people get the letter and go, right, I better stop doing that then.
Anyway, aren't you, ultimately?
But is Ash and Flash? I can't keep track. Is Ash and Flash recognized fan media? Or?
No.
He was. I think he still is. I don't know if he is not.
Because the big thing with his thing was always
wait a minute, Ash and
the
Flash.
mini.
Who's Ash and Flash? Oh, is Ash and Flash the Canadian guy?
Canadian.
I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought it was. I haven't heard he hasn't, but I'm not in anymore, so I wouldn't know who is and who isn't.
Yeah, because I remember years ago he was doing a lot of like most of his videos were doing artwork of bits and pieces, and then even I think it was about 6 months ago on Lego's Instagram they're actively promoting people who are doing Lego fan art, which I thought because I heard something similar to what you've been saying there, Craig, and then it's sort of like, wait a minute, you're now promoting this directly on your page, like what?
Was he selling it though and making money from it, or did he just do it?
Yeah, you can if he does it for content though, he can make money off it, can't he?
Yeah,
that's true. Actually,
it's kind of where you starting to split hairs here. So, but anyhow, some Chinese company will be coming soon. I mean, same when they did the Turtles one, that was around the same time that they did like Simpsons, and I think people are saying Scooby Doo. I mean, it might be out by a couple of years, but
yeah, they had a few, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't seem to be doing too well from what I can recall. I mean, the Simpsons, okay, they had like 2 lines. The first ones, the figures looked like they were drunk or something.
Did they do badly, or was it the wrong time? That's the thing. You think about now, the appeal of the brand of Lego, especially with collectors, is higher, isn't it? So you think to yourself, we've had Star Wars sort of like pittering along. Harry Potter's made a resurgence because to stop that, and that's doing well. Like we've just been talking about their own themes doing well. So I would think there was a Turtle film recently that did well, the animated one. I would think if they did it again, it would be better than the first time around. As would the Simpsons, probably.
No, definitely. I think I'd get
got a whole new generation that are watching stuff like that, aren't they?
Yeah, The Simpsons is an interesting one because, my straw poll is my kids and things like that, and tried to get they know what the show is, but they can't tell you the names of the characters. They'll be like, oh, the woman and the guy, and like, so it's sort of it's there, but it's not there.
Yeah, and like my kids who were 15 and 10 weren't really interested in The Simpsons back when it was out as a Lego thing, but now they know all about Simpsons and Family Guy and all this sort of stuff, and Futurama, that's come back, hasn't it? They all know about that now. It's like it moves, so you move with the times. I think Lego's problem's always been that, isn't it? It's too far behind in development. 2 years is a long way out the loop.
Yeah, it's a very long time, and I think getting to your point, a lot of that stuff seemed to be around 2016, which you only had, which I think was a bit of a lull. Because the Lego movie, the first one was only 2014, so it was sort of starting to bring people back through that, and then obviously since the adults line and COVID and everything else, the resurgence there, and then I guess the Lego Masters TV show. But I get a sense sometimes too with the marketing, they go, oh, we tried it once and it didn't do well. And then they don't necessarily consider it within the context of, well, that's because everything's struggling.
Yeah.
They brought out Rivendell though, so.
Yeah, I was just going to say Lord of the Rings is a good one, but so is like Avatar itself is a strange one for them to do. They do Avatar and Avatar Weather. I mean, I wanted them, but it's still a strange one because I still don't think it's on a collector's thing. It's that high up. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's a whole new series coming, isn't there? There's a whole thing. So, and those sets were I don't think they were very popular at the time, but they're like rocking horse excrement to get now. So,
What, they've got Avatar sets. Last Airbender.
Yeah, there was a couple.
I didn't even know.
Was there?
Yeah, I can't remember what year it was, but it was around the same time as SpongeBob and all those kind of things. They had them.
Yeah.
Again, I would think the licenses are open for them to go back to it, and as Baz has said, they can always test the water with the icons. I think that was the whole reason for that icon branding. Is basically they can go, right, we're going to do a castle under icons, or we're going to do an explorer under icons for space, and if it sells well, we can do what we want with it. But it doesn't mean we've spent all that money putting a team on a theme. So there are teams within Lego that do all those themes. If you're in the icons team, you could be doing Rivendell one week, and then a medieval castle the next week, or a museum.
Yeah, because I think it was when Rivendell came out. and sort of looked at that and go, well, why wouldn't you do it as, under its own thing, or even have it in, 3 or 4 different builds that you come together sort of thing. And I don't know whether it's you, Craig, or somebody had said, well, because you can do it as a one and done, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, well, you haven't devoted a whole theme and a whole bunch of designers and branding to it.
Yeah, if you think about it from a sort of production design point of view, you're lifting a whole team of people or employing people to then go and work on a particular theme and throw everything into it, and then that needs a manager, that needs a senior designer, and to fall under another umbrella of somebody else. Whereas if you just make a big icons team and say, hey, look, this time, guess what you're building? You're doing Optimus Prime. Woohoo! They get some diversity and their skills improve as well, because they're not just building the same stuff over and again. And I still think, from looking at it, I think people are moving from themes to themes. Like Justin Rams, I can't remember his last name. Ramsden. He seems to be doing Marvel and Harry Potter and other things, whereas that never used to happen before. You should just be a Marvel team or a.
He's one of my favourite designers.
Yeah, he's good.
Did he do Avengers Tower?
Yes, with Mark Stafford, and he did Gringotts as well.
Gringotts, yes.
Yeah.
That was the other one there. And Bricky Ty, thoughts on the new next Dreams wave? Anyone want to take
I think they look good.
I think they look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any, because I said I can't afford to buy Dreams as well. So I was like, I'm not getting into it, but they do look really, really good. I do like them. Yeah.
Talking about the the first and the one that we already have, was that Matt, maybe you remember, you bought the Shark Ship before it was released. It was already discounted, and I kind of felt sorry for it, because it's a really strong theme. Great figures, great builds, and it's always discounted. For me, I'm happy about it, but
yeah.
I think when it's their own themes and they don't have a licensing fee on it and things like that, and particularly some of the prices that they set high, it's almost like now they set some of these prices really high, knowing that they're going to discount them, so they kind of factor that in. But I think that
especially on Amazon.
The Shark Ship one, I think it was more so. It was just a particular retailer in Germany, and it's like, look, I'll take that too. But so, because even with shipping and everything like that, it still meant that it was like, as a pre-order, like 30% discount or something, which I still don't think there's. Maybe there was an Amazon Prime which got down that low, or a Black Friday or something. But I think, the usual comments with the Dream stuff, the minifigures are great, they're doing the prints, there's some real creativity in there. I just wish we'd see, I like the Shark Ship because it's like a meaty sort of build, but a lot of the other ones, it's sort of like, I get it, but give us another meaty build or something.
I got the horse and the treehouse because the treehouse was got good parts on it and good figs, and it was on seriously discounted at Amazon. So it was well worth the money. And the little exclusive 3 little houses that you could get from Lego as a little thingy set to go on top of it. I just think the hype was too the sets didn't come out quick enough. That was the problem. We were talking about it in July, and the sets didn't come out in August. And in the meantime, we'd had like a huge Summer Wave released as well. Because I remember when we were doing some assembly, we had just so many different sets to talk about that you just couldn't get through all the new sets properly. Yeah. So if they'd have built it up and then a couple of weeks released the sets, I don't think Dreams would have done as bad. But now the new ones look really good. But what are they going to do to help push it? Because we've got everyone talking about Fortnite, and everyone's going to be talking about all the other January sets that are coming. I like some of the Ninjago ones.
Yeah, that seems to be. I'm just trying to remember previous years on January. Like, yes, there's always 100 odd sets or something to come, but they dumped all that information within a short 12-hour period, and it's like, why would you not space it out a little bit? Because it just got to the point where, okay, here's something new, and then 5 minutes later, here's something new, and then here's something new. You're now sort of like, I kind of remember the things which I liked, but
well, they staggered them, didn't they? They used to stagger on a retail point of view. So we would get some. America might get something in January. We wouldn't get it in March, or there'd be a March release, and it would be like Ninjago City would be February, something like that. Problem is, the retailers get them that early. I don't think the retailers care about the shelf markings now, and they're just putting them up. Like the Avengers Tower was in a Lego store before it was even revealed, and it sat there in the middle of one of these, a Lego store somewhere in the Far East. And then you've got the museums being sent out early, and then I think the JB Spielwaren's got all the stuff to buy, and that's from January the 1st, and they're putting it out. So the retailers just don't. I can't see what Lego can do about it, because it is very much consent.
Although with JB Spielwaren, I have a feeling, I don't have evidence, but my gut feeling with them tells me that they wouldn't release any information in regard to it, a bit like Promo Bricks. They have an understanding with Lego, and Lego gave them the green light of, you can talk about it.
I definitely think that they do like reviews and stuff and things after an embargo. So like they seem to follow, like Nicole just said, with Promo Bricks, but they're still selling them before they're supposed to be selling them. Now, is Lego going to have a go at them? I don't think they are, because they're probably quite a big retailer. So it's a bit like, it's like, hurting yourself, isn't it? To then go, so you just kind of end up going with it. So now Lego think we might as well just put everything out on the release, because if we stagger it, it's probably going to come out early, and then we don't control the narrative as much.
Yeah.
And Lego I find to be kind of weird, because they will have, compared to other toys and manufacturers, they'll have like, you won't find out about something like pictures and things properly until maybe 2 or 3 weeks before it actually comes on the shelf or something like that. Whereas other ones, they'll be like, 2 years in advance at Toy Fair saying, look, this is coming. But then again, is it also, getting back to a little bit what we were saying with the dream stuff, is you put it out a couple of months in advance, and by the time it gets released, we're kind of conditioned now to forget about it. Like, it's almost a catch-22.
I still think they could have brought out Dreams earlier. I don't know what the rules used to be for here, but it used to be it couldn't be a TV program, or it couldn't be a set before it was TV, but to try and entice you into buying it by watching the program. So I think they had to either have the program out first, or the sets out before the program. Now, I can't which way around it used to be, because it did that with Ninjago all the time. But I don't think that really exists anymore.
Yeah.
And now, like, once you drop all the episodes, which is what they did with Dreams, people are watching it and consuming it within a week. So you need to then release sets within at least a couple of weeks. A month was too long. The hype's gone. People aren't talking about it. We're not talking about it, and we're doing this for free. We're advertising the stuff for free for them.
Yeah. And it was with Dreams a little bit weird, because they did the 10 episodes months in advance, then they had the sets, and then when they released the sets, they did the second 10 episodes, but it's almost like nobody got told, because I remember
they didn't advertise it, did they?
Somebody was sort of like, oh yeah, they dropped the 10 episodes of Dreams a couple of days ago. It's like, what? You mean the first 10? It's like, no, there's a second 10. And we're sort of like, oh, there's another 10? Like, it wasn't. And a bit like, sort of what you're hinting at there, Craig. We're kind of in the space, and we're kind of caught unawares of it. Imagine anybody else. Like,
and the same's going to happen with January, isn't it? Because how do you stay abreast of everything? You're not going to be able to buy everything. Even the LAN aren't going to be able to get every single thing. So there'll be multiple, which is how it should work. Some channels should have some stuff, some should have others. But there's still, like you said, there's so many things that dropped in that short window. I looked at the Ninjago stuff. I like the Ninjago stuff. I like the space stuff. I looked at the Friends stuff. City stuff's now gone out the window, because I can't remember that one as well. There's Harry Potter stuff. There's Technics. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be even us lot who spend stupid amounts on the toy can't buy it. So
unless you're Duck Bricks.
Yeah, and you know how to walk downstairs.
Maybe Nicole will. That room is getting full.
We've got to see Nicole walking downstairs backwards. So,
Yeah.
you're in an apartment building, aren't you? We could do that. Which then, as you're sort of talking about that, it makes me wonder then, is that why they brought the modular forward? Because then it's not getting swamped in a sea of everything else.
Possibly. Or it was just ready earlier. I don't know. I would think somewhere on the line somebody's saying to them, look, we need to speed up from point design to release. And they seem to have taken on a heck of a lot of designers recently. So, originally it was 3 years. It went down to 2 years in COVID. Can they get it down to a year and make things, from beginning to release quicker and therefore stay more relevant? Because that is key, isn't it? It's like you said, if they do bring something out for Fortnite, the summer is no good, is it? The hype's now. So there's a good chance no one's talking Fortnite in the summer.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with that because obviously Fortnite, just in general, through the use of skins and everything like that, and updates and different chapters and everything, have tried to keep relevant and things. So you don't get very much a Skywalker saga. That got released, and for the first couple of weeks, people interested. Maybe when the DLC came, you got a little bit more of a spike. That went away. I mean, you've seen this a little bit the same with, 2K Drive or something?
Yeah.
Although I don't really know, apart from anyone who's given it, who actually ended up playing it.
I know this month it was the free game for PlayStation Plus. So they've now given it to PlayStation players.
Okay. Didn't realize that. Yeah, that was... I just found it, maybe it's the old bar head on. So, like, when they're going to... It seemed 2K, I didn't play it, but my sense was it was going for microtransactions and everything. It was like... previous Lego games, they weren't driving, but most of your other games were sort of, you buy it, it's self-contained. Even Skywalker Saga with the DLC kind of started to drift away from that.
I had a go on it, and let's be honest, it's rubbish.
It's
not a good game.
2K?
2K, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting with is like when you do the Lego Star Wars saga. You know what you're getting. It's literally mindless. You're running around. You can collect loads of stuff, and you've just got to smash everything. It is a classic Lego game. But 2K, what was it? Some kind of kids Lego game or a kids driving game?
A Lego Mario Kart, and I played it in. They had, I think, in one of the stores in New York when they were there early in the year. They had a big display, and you could go and play it. Huge Mario Kart fan, and I tried the controls on it, and it was just so different and weird. It's kind of like, why are you doing this? Like, there's kind of an established for these style kart games or things like that. How you still? It's kind of like their version of drifting was kind of like using buttons in a different combination, and it's just like, this is all weird.
I customize the vehicles, but do kids really want to be faffing around like that? I think they just sit down and they just want to drive. So they're going to end up on Gran Turismo. I mean, every kid's going to want to play Grand Theft Auto, even though it's not even age appropriate. But they all want to play it.
They all want to play it, and the trailer dropped for GTA 6, which is coming out in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. And it's like hyped to heaven. They're all going, the trailer was beautiful. I'm like, what?
Well, they might be smart with it because by the time it's released, the kids that are too young for it now, probably will be old enough for it.
It's an interesting thing when they do the digital stuff. Lego just haven't. I don't really know what they're going for because they're a physical toy. So why don't they just stick to physical toys? Why do they have to keep trying their hand at digital content again? And it might work with Fortnite because it might get some people a bit more interested in Lego, but it doesn't sound to me like they're doing it the right way, which is minifigures.
Yeah,
because these kids will want the skins as minifigures on their desk when they play, and that's what they do.
Well, because we went through and got some of the custom Fortnite ones or whatever from obviously wherever it was, and they're chomping at the bit to get them. Like, this was about a year ago, and even then, they were kind of hard to get. They weren't really in stock with anyone. So it always seemed that Fortnite was what causing kids to go into dark ages. You know, they get to a point where they're old enough, and they get into that, and you know, kind of becomes the gateway drug. So I get it in terms of if you're trying to hold on to them for longer. Okay, put some Lego elements into it, or put elements into it so if you have got an older crowd and they see the Lego, and then you can get some minifigs of those, like teenagers and that, who may have otherwise not have gotten it. You know, that kind of makes a bit of sense. But yeah, if they don't do something with minifigs physically,
just an odd one.
Yeah,
because you get people playing Fortnite Lego and thinking it's brilliant, and then they go to the Lego shop thinking, oh, well, there must be some Fortnite stuff here, and they go, there isn't, but there's all these adult stuff or this stuff, and they go, well, they wanted the Fortnite stuff.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? You've lost them, haven't you?
You've lost them. Or you try to go, are you interested in what is it, Horizon? Because we've got
right. In the back, I've got some videos. Do you think you'd be interested in them?
That doesn't sound dodgy.
No, it doesn't. If they did do minifigs, though, I do think it would be a very clever marketing ploy that they'd put the minifig in a blind box like they do with the CMFs. They made the blind box like one of the loot llamas. That would be cool.
Yeah. That would be a really good synergy. I mean, despite my aversion to the blind box marketing thing, it's like that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, get loot llama. Be what minifig and maybe a small build or something. I don't know.
Maybe there's strategy. If they did a loot llama version of Mr. Goals, could you imagine that? If there's some the Fortnite rare figure.
Yeah.
Maybe they learned their lesson last time until they go back to that minefield. But cool. We might just take a quick sort of spin around, sort of see what people are building this evening. Lady McBrick, what have you sort of got underway there?
Let's see if you can figure out what it is.
Oh, yeah. I know what it is.
Is it the police station sideways?
Right. No. It's something educational. It will be a museum at one point in the future.
In the future, yeah. And are you enjoying it so far?
Yes, I do. Yeah, but I love all my modulars. So even the corner garage, which I almost had passed on, when I finally got it, I enjoyed it. I love my modular buildings.
Yeah, and sort of is modular, is not modular. It's kind of unfortunate. It's poking up right above your head. I think.
Yeah, it's coming out of her head, isn't
it?
Yeah.
It's like nobody puts baby in the corner, and you've gone and put a Avengers Tower in the corner.
Yeah.
Because I think that's we haven't seen that on our stream, sort of thing. Were you building that during the week, or how'd you get on with that?
Yes, doing the last. I'm off work, so officially not. I'm on vacation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I spent the time building the Avengers Tower, and I really have to tell you, I'm so glad that I put it on Mill's plates, because when I moved it over from here to there, I was so happy that I did that. I can't imagine how it's if you just have it on a base plate, because it's heavy. It's so heavy.
Not enough strength there. And what's your favorite? What was your favorite part of either the build or the figures or something? Or?
The figures are nice. One or the other are enjoyable, but I like the process of really seeing it race. Something that really was surprisingly good is the windows. I thought that because sometimes I really have a hard time getting the window panels in, and I was afraid of that. But with these panels, I'm not sure what has changed, but they really went in smoothly.
They're pre-greased.
That's why. I thought they smell funny, but that explains it. Not that I sniff my Lego.
It's an odorless grease they use, so that smells all on you.
But it's enjoyable. It's really
okay. Great. Yeah, it's one of the ones which usually don't sort of go up to that high price point, but it's like, can I be tempted with that one? That's maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, and moving on, and I think Madeleine, what are you currently sort of working on this evening?
Cool. Well, I've already just done these little Christmas ornaments.
Oh, nice.
I had those recently, and I'll also I think I'll be making this next. I'll just open this up and get on with the little Christmas market as well. So.
Little market there.
Yeah.
Did I see that you were doing a little bit of a winter scene, or is someone confusing you with someone?
No, I've got I did Hogmeade recently, and then I've got I bought 2 of the winter villages this year, so I'm going to put those up as well. And I did a Christmas tree when I was on stream last week, so I'm going to put them all on maybe the coffee table and just set up a nice little scene, I think, when I get them all done.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it's good just to see everyone doing their own little take. I think last week when we had One Brick Stud, was it him? He'd taken the Star Wars holiday theme. What is that one? And then put a couple of minifigs on from the other Christmas advent calendars.
Yeah.
Seemed like a good use of some of those bits and pieces. So, all right, brilliant. And Kerry, what are we sort of working on this evening?
So I am still working on the second house to the what's it called?
So Hogsmeade.
No, it's the Christmas set. The
Christmas from last year. Main Street, was it?
Oh, yeah, Main Street build. So basically, I think on the first stream I did the actual tram, and the second stream I did the other house. I'm on the last house now, and then it's finished. And then I can't remember. I don't think I actually built the Santa's visit from the year before either. I think that's still down there.
From last year.
But I might actually put them out this year. I've not put them out for the last 2 years because the cats have been fiddling with them. So, yeah. I've lost a few minifigures.
Oh, no.
Ran outside with them.
The cats and that,
on the dining table, so I think I'm going to do a smaller scene on my sideboard instead.
Okay. And for those who do the sort of Christmas type themes or winter villages and things, what date do you sort of start putting them away? Is it sort of like, Boxing Day, or you let it sit there until the New Year?
All of my stuff goes away on the day after New Year's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second.
The second. Yeah.
New Year's Day till Christmas.
Yeah.
And then put everything away on the second. What's the window?
Not the nearest Sunday to the 6th.
No, I'm not into that. I'm not a traditionalist. No. I normally put all my trimmings up on the 1st of December, but mine is still not up because I was so poorly. I just didn't have the energy. And then I can't actually get into the loft on my own, so I've got to wait until me and Mark are both free, which was supposed to be this evening, but we had dinner and run out of time. So it'll have to be tomorrow evening now.
Do it then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll get them down anyway. Or I might attempt to put them up tomorrow because I'm busy at the weekend, so we'll see.
With some shows and things. Okay, cool.
Meet at the weekend.
Okay.
And
cookies for some stupid reason.
I was going to say, what are you cooking for this time round? And will it be 2 lugs joining up?
Oh God! It's partially brickish, so some of brickish lot come, and then obviously it's Northern Brickworks, and then the Slug as well. Thank you, Greg. And so I got the Christmas cookie cutters with I think it was VIP, double VIP. So I said I'd make cookies with my new cookie cutters. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to make them.
I think from all reports last time, your snacks and your baking went down quite well. So
Oh, they did. They were very nice.
Yeah.
But that was, I had cookie dough and I just slung it in the oven. This time I'm going to decorate them and stuff. So we'll see.
Oh, next level.
Yeah. Put icing.
Oh, yeah. Don't get too ambitious all at once.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing. Big mistake. Never mind.
Cool. All right, then, brilliant. And Craig, are you happy to be building anything this evening?
I started working on my basement for a museum, so I've got. It's not going very quickly, but yeah,
it's getting there. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And a little, research area here, and then staff room here, because they need a staff room, and then in the middle, I'm going to have somewhere to put some artifacts that can be swapped out from the main display. But that's how that bit works.
Cool.
So are you doing your own museum?
No, that's the bottom of the actual museum.
Oh, okay.
So I just modified a Mills plate, so I took the middle out of the Mills plate, and then it gives it more height.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of almost kind of like countersinking a little bit.
Yeah, and then the statues don't end up covering the windows, and the tree doesn't end up covering the windows. So the next floor up is just split like that. So I had to do quite a lot of work on that one to get it to work. That would be normally attached to the base plate.
Yeah.
Ah.
So is it
doing that?
You're just adding? Well, what's that look like? An extra 5 or 6 brick heights to the basement?
Yeah, it's 5. So it's just enough. And then where the door is for what is the little research area, that is the staff room steps down into the bottom section.
Okay, cool. And is there any particular reason you're doing that? Or you just feel like that's what was screaming out to you that needed modding?
Yeah, I did a little video on it of when it first dropped, of what I thought about it, and it turned into me coming up with ideas that then made me think, actually, I want to give it a go now I've said it. So I'll obviously do a follow-up video with it all completed. But yeah, it was just like, I wasn't actually going to get it because I didn't quite like the look of it. When you've built it, I do actually like it. I understand why they've done what they've done. The colours make more sense internally than they do externally. Some clever little builds on it. And it came early, so I mean, I wasn't expecting it to come early.
Yeah.
It came a full week for me early. It came on the Friday before.
Full week, yeah. And that was the thing with Instagram. You all of a sudden see like every man and his dog who pre-ordered it actually got it that week early. So
yeah.
That is what happens with all the companies, though. To be fair, when you pre-order something, you get it a little bit early. So it's quite nice that Lego are doing that now.
Well, certainly.
Are they in general going to do that, or was that a one-time thing?
I don't know, but they should do, really.
I think it should arrive on the day that it's released.
Yeah.
At the very least. And they're clearly shown they can do that. I know people have mentioned might have been to do with warehouse space, but they've got huge warehouses. So I don't know whether they just thought, it's Christmas, it makes it easier if we just say, right, we're going to ship them on this date. What harm's it going to do? The people who pre-ordered it get a bonus. The people who want to go and buy it from the store will have to wait. I don't know.
That's another interesting point in terms of maybe they're sort of like, obviously Christmas time, you get so much extra, strain on the system. They're sort of like, well, if we ship it out a bit early and it happens to get stuck for a couple of days somewhere, then it'll still arrive on time.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and then they shipped it and so it just went straight through without a problem. Because certainly now I've noticed, I had a couple of Bricklink orders and they've taken the better part of 2 weeks when it's sort of like, maybe it should normally only be a couple of days. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that lately.
I think I think everything coming from Lego has been quicker recently than I thought it was going to be. The gift with purchase arrived quite. Once they say they're shipped, and they say you wait 24 hours, you wait about 48 before before DPD seem to have them. But then they don't, once DPD have got them, they're usually there. Like it's almost like they treat them like next day.
Yeah.
Once they have them in the country, they're telling you it's getting delivered the next day. So
I had to change all. I ordered stuff whilst I was in Fortaventura. I had to delay it all because literally, yeah. It was all like,
I'll delay it.
Expect it to come 2 days later. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that little thing. You know, we're going to deliver it here. Would you like to make any updates or anything like that?
Yeah.
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 But yeah, definitely pre-orders. They should come at least on the day, if not a day before, just to guarantee you've got it. And then more people will pre-order, and then they'll get more sales through the door, won't they? At the end, because a lot of people are gonna not pre-order because they don't want to wait. Might go to the store, but then something might happen that day, not go to the stores, or go to the store and get something else. They're sort of losing.
Yeah. Or you see it discounted, because that I once in my life pre-ordered something, and it took forever for Lego to ship it to me, and as Amazon Germany was and still is, while I was waiting for my Lego delivery that I had ordered on May 1st to be delivered June 1st, Amazon already had it heavily discounted. And I sat there thinking I could have, with major discounts, have it next day delivery. Why? This is, yeah. But it's only me who can be blamed because I wasn't able to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things that I think are exclusives only that they'll not be in other stores, so it's like well worth pre-ordering. Like a modular, you're not going to see it appear in the other stores just yet anyway. And to be fair, this one I think is actually good value for money, so I don't have any problems recommended buying something like this for the full price. I know the June Ornithopters, like pre-order on Amazon, it's slightly less, but you take into account that you will, although you might get it on the day of release, which Lego weren't doing, you're not getting your insider points, you're not getting any gift with purchases. Like you pre-order it now, you'll get gift with purchases if you want the Christmas ones. So it's probably worth it for some things if you do it right. On the Ornithopter, just so you know, I watched JB Spielwear and unbox it, and that one has the canopies in its own separate bags. How long has that taken?
Wow, okay.
To get through. Not loose. They're in two bags, sort of connect. You know, like they're like seamed together, but in separate bags.
Yeah.
But the winds they're completely away from everything else and in bags. So
It's not actually any cheaper. It's 149.99 in everything. John Lewis, Amazon, and Lego.
Yeah. So you get a 5%, don't you, with insider points effectively. If you pre-order it tomorrow, you'll get 10% because I think they're doing double insiders.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
8 till 12. I don't know if they're doing it on everything though, because it's very sketchy. But
I was literally just about to do it then. So pressing the button. Oh dear.
So yeah, I was like, do I go to AFOL Day for the 15% on the 16th for the Orient, or do I just get it from Lego on double insider and use a voucher and get the gift with purchase? The Christmas ones are quite nice.
The Christmas ones finishes before.
Yeah, you can't get the Christmas one. I mean, they might have some, but it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, but Sheffield take them off. They don't.
Yeah, they do. And then if you get there and there's no Orient Expresses left because you wouldn't get the queue early enough, because they won't have like 50 of them. They'll have.
I'm going to get the
15, 20.
Because if I don't get that, to be fair, it's a toss up between Hocus Pocus and that. Because I was getting that start again. I was getting it at Halloween, but I didn't get it, so it's still.
So yeah,
one of them
I might.
Yeah.
I might save the fuel and have the planet and not go on AFOL Day and just get it through tomorrow. No, the Ornithopter's not out until February next year with the film.
Yeah.
So excited.
Just you can pre-order it now.
I forgot.
Unless they send me that early, but JB Spielwear's obviously got them already because they're a retailer, so he's probably going to sell them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I ever pre-ordered from JB Spielwear is for twice now the CMF big box.
Yeah.
And I already ordered my the next one coming up
he's
in January.
reviewed them as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about looking at getting them from there because I don't think it's that. There's a discount on them. I don't think it's that going to be that much cheaper in England. To be fair,
You can get them from. There's a shop where you can get boxes from.
I buy mine from Bric-a-Brac UK.
Yeah, there we go. Brick-a-Brac UK.
Yeah.
I buy mine from Smiths normally with a discount.
Yeah.
WH Smiths, that is.
What they do? Boxes.
Yeah, WH Smith usually do quite a good discount for the minifigures.
I don't know that. I'll have a look.
So sometimes you don't get the box. You get them loose in a box, but it's like they've got the box and tipped them in the box because you've got 3 sets of everything.
Yeah.
But I've always bought from WH Smith, yeah.
It's only ever I only ever want random sets. I mean, I did it for the Disney one, but I would have done it for the Avengers, the
Marvel one.
Marvel ones, yeah. But I don't really get the CMF, so I've told other people to do it.
I'm sure you end up with something like £10 off the price, maybe more, because it's on the figures, and then the box is cheaper anyway. So they tend to work out. The figures tend to work out about $2.80 each.
Yeah,
you get them from Smiths.
With Brick-a-Brac UK, it's about the same, but you get like a free minifigure. You don't get like a £10, so probably better off doing it from WH Smiths.
There's only really one I don't like in that, and that's the athlete. I've got no real thing. I can use it in a mock, but I'll probably end up with 3 of them, so on a box.
There. Greg's asking Sunday. No, don't think so. Is that because AFOL Day isn't until Saturday, and that's a couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's a week on Saturday.
Right? Saturday,
yeah. I was just having a look at it. It's like January 1st is the Monday. So, you sure you mean Sunday, Greg?
Well, you'll get double insider unless it's online only. I don't know if it's going to be in the store as well.
Yeah. Just saying hi there.
I went and bought the Christmas gift we purchased at the shows the weekend for like £25, so I don't really need to.
The horse and cart?
Yeah, the horse and cart.
Yeah. It's probably worth £25 to be fair.
Yeah.
I never thought of using those wheels, and I've got loads of them from an Ninjago set.
Me too as well,
yeah. Those big swirly things. I think it's the fountain in it on it's the fountain part on Temple of Air Jitsu. And I ended up with 5 of them.
I don't know what I've done with the ones that I have. They're in the back somewhere down there. I really need to clean up down there. It's ridiculous. Can't see the floor.
I didn't buy 5 of them before you ask. I only bought 1 at half price. Sorry. The other 4 were given to me.
And I'll just pause things there because I think somebody's decided that this stream hasn't had enough Harry Potter discussion on it. So, welcome along. How are you going?
Yeah, not too bad. I said I might hop on later on. Yeah, not too bad.
Good
yeah, all good. Yeah. How are we all?
Keeping him on the straight and narrow, don't you worry.
No, but you're lucky I've come on, Matt. I mean, me and you are going to fall out. You know, rehab, shit theme. What other things are you going to say about Harry Potter now?
So mean.
Well, now that you're here, I'm just a keyboard warrior, so I'm not going to say anything. No.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. How have you been going anyhow?
Yeah, not too bad. I had an insanely busy day today. That made me need to work another hour and a half, 2 hours longer today. And it was just one of those weeks where it's you work most of the day and you come home to more work. And well, it's not very. It's a bit poorly at the moment as well. So lots of things to juggle around. But yeah, you know,
getting them all out there. So I mean, we haven't really covered it too much. So the new Harry Potters. What do you think? What are some of the highlights for you?
Love them, obviously. Yeah, the sets are great. I mean, like, it's a really strong way for like March the 1st because there's I'm glad they've moved away from the banners in the books because they're all like repetitive. So it seems like they've got like a wide range to choose from. They've got loads of different sets. I think this is the largest wave we've had as a winter release. There's some really interesting builds, which probably is revealing what Lego's plan is for the next 3 years. Surprise, surprise, they are going to do another Hogwarts system, and that's obvious that they were always going to do that. Yeah. And we've got a few new locations, and there's a couple of builds, a couple of sets in the 6 sets that's been officially revealed. That's a bit disappointing, such as the that baby Hedwig, whatever it is. That is not a good set. I mean, I like my Harry Potter, but I'm not a completionist. There's always a few sets that I don't like. The Dobby set, the 2 buildable figures, and that Hedwig. It looks like Hedwig's just given birth. It's just terrible. It's clearly made. It's clearly designed for children, but if adults like it, that's absolutely fine. But what's disappointing is that
like a little subtle hint, the head thing, like.
I mean, it's pocket money, isn't it? It's pocket money.
Yeah. Of course, it's pocket money sets.
I like it because you look at a certain ankle, it looks like it's got a penis and a pair of balls.
Now I know why I like it.
You said it.
Going back to the Razor Crest with its penis and balls as well. Maybe it's Lego. There's somebody on the Lego design team that likes to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just a shame there's no printed pieces in that set. Not even one. Not even the History of Magic could have been printed. It's a bit disappointing that it's all stickers. The Ford Anglia, that's all but a copy of Ford Anglias that we've had in the past. There are some subtle differences. I know there's a 1x2 key slope piece, which tells me immediately it's different because I don't think that piece was used in any of the Ford Anglias. Technically get an exclusive run in that, which is it's always nice to get a exclusive fig now and then. And that magical the Forbidden Forest magical creature set, I think that's for me, that's a big opportunity missed in my opinion. I know they've got loads of different creatures from previous sets and just brought them together. What was that?
It's a battle pack.
It's a battle pack, yeah. I mean, the Cornish Pixie in it's exclusive because it's winking, and the Cornish Pixies that we've had in previous sets is had its eyes opened, so it is winking. It is new. What I would have preferred to have seen in that set is probably the scene in Philosopher's Stone where they encounter Professor Quirrell in the Forbidden Forest. You could have had, I wouldn't say you could have had a unicorn
chomping on a unicorn.
But you could have had Quirrell. You could have had him in the hoods. You could have had the character, the Senator Friends in it. That would have been great, and it would have made for better storytelling as well. Just having that type of set, but it just seems like they're just bringing recycled parts all together. But the strongest 3 is definitely the Owlery, the Boathouse, and Hagrid's Hut, which is the best set of the wave, which is not a remake because Hagrid had in the first 2.
It can't be a remake if it's only got half the number of pieces.
Yeah, I don't mind when people say, "Oh, it's almost like a remake of Hagrid's Hut from 2019." But when people are saying like, "Oh, we've had like 6 or 7 Hagrid's Huts in the past," but they're like from like 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you look at some of the stuff in the first wave, and it's like you're lucky if there's pieces there. Like,
yeah,
like here's 6 pieces. That's a castle. Like,
but the Boathouse is it looks good. I mean, it's a bit on the bare bone side. I mean, it's easy to say that a set could be improved by increasing its piece count, but I like the set. I mean, any changes I would make to that set, probably take out Ron and Hermione, because the minifigures in that set of like they're in the robes before they've been sorted into their houses. I would have taken out Harry and Hermione out of that, because we've had those minifigures before in like Harry and Hermione in that in those robes, and they perhaps should have replaced them with what's it, Susan Bones and Seamus.
Yeah.
You can root the Holy Trinity.
Even
Yeah,
but
but
as well.
the thing is, you see them in the film, Susan Bones and Seamus. You actually see them in that scene, so it just makes sense. Yeah.
Collectible portraits. Excited about them?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit.
It's going to be
I've seen them.
Going to send me over the edge.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like how they've done it. You know, like because the wizard cards. Obviously, when we had them, we had nowhere to put them, and then they brought out the GWP, and you was able to put them in that set, the Gryffindor Dorm. And but I like the idea that you can put these portraits in different sets. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that. That's quite cool.
Is the boathouse meant to be clipped onto that other one than the latest version of
the lake or whatever? Yeah.
Are we saying it's a new modular system on this one?
Yeah. Looking at the Owlery, it doesn't have any connection ports or anything. You can clearly see the bit at the back of the boathouse that it's going to be connected to something. But the Owlery is like a little bit to the side of away from everything in Hogwarts, I believe. Yeah. But they're definitely starting a new Hogwarts system, and you know, from 2018 to 2020 we had the grey roof sets, and then we had 21 to 23 the one with the green roof. So it looks like they're going to start another 3-year plan of Hogwarts sets.
It just doesn't strike me as an iconic scene that every kid wants to play with, a little boathouse where only the first year's park at. It's like,
I think it would have been more exciting for those who love Deathly Hallows, because you know, even though it's a pretty dark scene when Snape gets bitten by Nagini and then there's blood everywhere, but they're not going to base. They could base it on that scene and make it a bit more cute, but no, I know what you mean.
It's too small, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I thought they would have gone that way with them doing the Hogwarts battle. I thought they would have done a few more, see where they could push it.
Yeah, definitely. But
instead, we got Hedwig.
But if anybody hasn't noticed, the Professor McGonagall in that set is a brand new minifigure. It is brand new. It looks the same as the one that came in the Magical Trunk set and one of the Hogwarts Moments books, but it's got arm printing and the torso looks a little bit different as well. So they've made a really good minifigure even better.
Okay. Oh, excellent. No, it's I think with a lot of these ones, particularly so Harry Potter and Star Wars, like every couple of years they need to, you know, as you have a younger new fan base come through who weren't able to get the previous one, you know, you give them out, you know, able to buy them again, sort of thing. So, and certainly looking recently at some of the really early waves of Harry Potter, you sort of, obviously they're very much of their time, and you can see, you know, they were just trying to get something out there, and compared to what they do today is completely different, and a lot more, I guess, not much effort, but maybe different pieces and things that they can put in and just make the detail just a bit better and make it work a bit better. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to, if they carry on with it, which I assume they're going to carry on with the Harry Potter theme because it does all right. You just see what they do when the TV series lands.
Yeah,
how they modify it then, because it's very much film driven, these sets, not book driven.
Yeah,
so you see what they carry it on.
You get very little references from the books. You technically get a reference from the book in the Owlery set. That's only based on Mr. Filch. So when Cho rejects Harry in that scene about going to the Yule Ball, Mr. Filch isn't there in the film, but he is in the books. So that's as close as you're probably ever going to get to the books. So yeah, but I completely agree, Craig. Yeah, I think when the series hits, I think it's going to, it's definitely going to elongate the theme. This team's definitely got legs to carry on for many more years. I mean, there was some great uncertainty to begin with. So if you look at, from a retrospective point of view, looking at previous YouTube channels, there was a lot of YouTubers that didn't have a lot of faith in Harry Potter. They believed it was going to be around for a few years. They weren't going to do Deathly Hallows, and then that was it. It was going to reach a saturation point. Then it was just going to disappear. But
so long as very much the way that the kids got into it was through the books, and I think so long as those books sort of remain relevant and popular in culture, then it becomes a bit of a feeder into, okay, so here's the books. Okay, there's not really any movies that are being released at the moment. Okay, yes, you might have TV shows, but here's some merchandise, which it's not a screen that we can give kids that are interested, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
But ITV show the films every 3 months, don't they, sir?
Netflix have got them at the minute, or they did have them. So.
Yeah. But I don't buy into this point of view that Lego have run out of ideas. It's impossible to run out of ideas with Harry Potter. There's so many locations that they haven't done. Shack on the Rock, Luna Lovegood's house, Malfoy Manor. The third, not the third task. The third task. Durmstrang, Godric's Hollow. They could. Yeah, absolutely. They can keep going on and on and on, and they can just sort of. I don't mind if they remake a set if they really flesh it out. And I think over the next couple of years, we're going to start seeing Lego Harry Potter move into the fully enclosed sort of designs. I mean, we've got it already with Hagrid's hut. It encloses. And from the leaks that we had at the start of the year, it looks like we're getting a burrow as well that fully encloses. So it'd be quite interesting. I just hope they go one better with Hogwarts. I would like them to sort of follow what we've seen from Ninjago and also with Marvel, where you've got these massive buildings. Obviously you've got the Avengers Tower, Sanctum Sanctorum, and the Daily Bugle. I wouldn't mind seeing, as part of their UCS set, or the Ultimate Collector series, as it's termed in this theme, is a giant astronomy tower, a giant great hall with a Chamber of Secrets run underneath, and maybe even a clock tower. And they, over 3 or 4 years' time, they are brought together to make one big giant Hogwarts. And then you occasionally get a little set like the Boathouse or the Owlery, just to add more meat to it, really. But who knows?
Nah, I don't know. You can do another Hogwarts Express UCS. another Diagon Alley and another Gringotts with a printed sign.
They just need to do the other side of Diagon Alley. That's what they need to do.
The release.
It comes down to that sign. I mean, I think I shot Dolly Brick Askew a couple of weeks ago when I said Rivendell is the number one set of the year, because they're both Gringotts and yeah. But I mean, Gringotts is my favorite set of all time. But if I'm trying to generalize my my views by trying to answer for everybody, I think most people would choose Rivendell, and I would agree based on the sticker quality. I think Rivendell doesn't need that amount of stickers, and the stickers that they have got are perfectly fine. And obviously, Gringotts is full of stickers, and obviously one really poor one. And I think a sticker on that set shouldn't be enough for a set to cross the line as the greatest set of 2023. I think Rivendell is number one. Gringotts is number two.
Well, there's a bit of a hot take there. So one little sticker and it's triggered the Harry Potter fans.
Yeah, but it's good. But the fact is, I'm happy if because I'm obsessed with Harry Potter, but obviously Star Wars and other things. if my Ultimate Collector Series is very much in that conversation of being set of the year, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's certainly something which they've been sort of talking about or wishing to do. And then obviously when it was a noticeable absence from Diagon Alley, it's sort of like, well, you know, it must be sort of in the pipeline at some point in the not too distant future.
We kind of knew. Not my favourite set.
What is your favourite set so far then? And then, yeah, I won't get too much into some of that because I think, what is it? It's in about 3 weeks' time. It's like the 28th of December, sort of do a year in review sort of thing. So we'll really get stuck into some of those top sets of the years and things that we like. And things and such.
We're going back to like Gringotts. We knew well over a year it was coming. I mean, when the Hogwarts Express came out, there was images being leaked of Lego Leicester Square, and we saw the display, so we knew that Gringotts was going to happen. I think in January, because January was a crazy month for leaks. I think it was we knew about all those, you know, all the sets that was being leaked for 2024 at the beginning of 2023, and the majority of the set names for Harry Potter was leaked by Promo Bricks, and one of them was Gringotts. So we've known for such a long time that it was coming.
It's most likely going to be coming there. Yeah, it was something which I want to just jump onto, just sort of get a feel for here from earlier. Bricky Tie. Looks like Bristol now has a cardboard pad box. There's great more spend at the pad wall. I'm just interested with everyone sort of here, your local Lego stores, the ones that you go to, have they got the boxes in?
Yeah. They all did them at the same time, I believe. Mine said that they were waiting for a rollout from Lego, and that's why they can put theirs out. They had them a long time before, and then I think they all did them on the same week. That's what I was told anyway. So.
Okay. Nicole, did you say that no, yours don't?
No, in Germany, Cologne, they use the cups.
You still got the cups. Okay. Do
My
you know
Lego's
if
very well ill-informed?
do you know if it's just Cologne itself, or is it just sort of across Germany that they don't have them, or you're not sure?
I don't really know. I know that Berlin already had it during the trial period.
Yeah, because they were the trial. It was like Berlin and Blue Water, which is just so bizarre, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, yeah, because I think there's a few other comments then. Is it taking longer to pack? I would assume it'd be faster. Yeah, if you just tip in the pieces, being me, and try to fit in as much as possible means neatly packing. Yeah, but you don't. I found when you're packing them, because you're dealing with much nicer squares and not something which is tapered, it's easier to pack them rather than trying to come up with weird combinations of circular discs and things.
You don't fit as many in there.
Yeah, well, did you have you done your video on that yet?
No.
Well,
I've done all the research for the video. It's downstairs, but I just haven't made the video.
the video's in development hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I'm curious to see the queen of the stacking. Which way you actually sort of pick it apart, or how you figured out how to stretch the value out of your pad cups until they don't have them in the shops anymore, or at least honouring them.
We can still take the pad cups in until December the 31st, so if I remember to take them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the next thing. Having them.
I remember that. Take it scan it, and then like enlarge it on a Xerox machine just ever so slightly, and then take it back, and it looks like you're getting a new one out, and then
they're
get
not
more
doing
in it.
refills apparently.
Yeah, I said keep it flat packed and just look like you're getting a new one out.
Yeah.
You mean steel?
That's kind of I thought of that.
Experiment. No, it's an experiment. See if they notice.
Because it's the sort of thing. They're all prime numbers, which are just short of ideal multiples. So it's like 11, 7, and what was it 15 studs? No, 17 studs exactly.
What
Anyhow,
gets me
but,
is they're not system basically. They're so annoying, and they've done that on purpose.
oh yeah, certainly. What's
They
this?
don't like to rip when you start forcing stuff in them. Do the corners go?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Not keeping them pristine.
Yeah.
Something
that's.
They even got a recycling thing on them.
On the boxes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so you can actually. Does it actually say you can do it in standard places, or is it?
That's the recycle thing on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You never know whether it's. Yeah, I think if it's got the bin on it, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, more cardboard to chuck away then, isn't it?
So what's this? I mean, there's a big speech bubble here. So what is that for? That speech bubble. Surely we can put a stamp on that. Otherwise, why did they do it? You know, it's within the design. So why have they put that there? So
Yeah, that's bizarre. Like,
very bizarre.
It's so you can write, "Give us back the cups, please."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what sort of other messages could you put in there? It's like Kerry's box.
Yeah. Maybe it's so you can label them. I don't know.
I'm gonna do this experiment with these.
Please recycle me.
Yeah.
Whereas the minifigure ones are genuinely rubbish. You can just rip it straight into them. There's no challenge.
So that's full, yes, definitely. Oh, maybe, but it just depends. Sheffield are a bit finicky. They make you close the box. So,
Kerry, I remember that.
stack there.
Kerry, I remember that story you told us. What was it when you got the Hogwarts Express? You happened to add the pad cups or something.
I was so angry. So
I would have just threw all the bricks at them for that.
I honestly wanted to, but because it wasn't the manager. I mean, I nearly did the get me a manager, but I thought no, don't do that because you'll be a twat. But I'll show you what. So basically, I'd stacked them. And I'd stacked 3 bricks into the cup, so that was stuck up like that. And then the lid was not touching. When you put the lid on, I ain't got a lid, so it wasn't touching by a centimetre. So it's basically 2 of those bricks all the way around. It worked out to be 10 bricks. 10 of these bricks. That's all that wouldn't go. I had to take out 10 bricks. And she basically watched me stack 1 cup, and then watched me stack the other one, and then said, "Oh, you can't do that." After I'd stacked 2 cups, as I was taking my £400 set up to the counter to buy, she made me restack my cups and take off 10 bricks.
Ridiculous.
Actually, I think it was less than 10 bricks. I think it was like 6. I was fuming.
To stop you stealing, yeah.
No, it's not stealing, is it? The week before, they'd let me do that, you know?
Job's worth. Yeah.
My memo to him about people overfilling cups then has really hit home at Sheffield.
You should have just spilled all your leg. You should have just spilled all your Lego on the floor and made that woman walk across it in bare feet.
You know something? In London, I think it was London. Yeah, when was the pub wall downstairs in London at one point, or it was on the other side, wasn't it?
I've never been.
I mean, in the previous iteration, it was definitely upstairs. I mean,
it was upstairs on the other side, wasn't it? Yeah, the pub wall. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I was there filling up a cup before lockdown and everything, and I was there filling up a cup, and a kid, an American kid, had filled up a cup with minifigure bits. Yeah. And the lady went across and went, "Oh, sorry, you can't do that. You can't do that." She went, "What do you mean you can't do that?" It doesn't say that. This American lady. She's like, no, that's bricks and minifigs. This is the pub wall. She went, well, it doesn't say you can't do that. And it's like, it didn't say that you can do that as well. It's obvious, you absolute idiot. And she went, I'm really sorry, you can't do that. It's the separate bits. And she turned around to her child and went, tip it out, John. And he just went like that with all these minifigs. And I just saw the lady just look with despair. And I'm just there filling my cup going, oh, no, she didn't. And I was just like, at that point, I felt that was evil. So there's no way that I would tip out a cup in front of one of the staff members, no matter what a little snotty nose little so-and-so should be. But I did want to punch her in the face, I really did. It wasn't the fact that she didn't let me do it, it was the fact that she let me fill up the cup, the second one. She could have told me at the first one when I'd done it, oh, you can't do that, it's too much. But she watched me fill up the second one.
The cabbage going on. Also, you can't use a large cabbage in the cook machine.
I'm going to do it with these ones. See if these are Here we go.
Yeah.
Cabbage trying to stack pizzas off the buffet into a pub box now. Here's some ideas.
Yeah. Like, why is this box so greasy now?
I've had one of my cups knocked over before by the actual staff when it was on the top before the sellotaped it, and he went and just literally chucked half the container in my bag for me. I was like, woohoo!
All the extra bits, yeah.
And I've been with another lug member who had got like 3 pub cups and a load of sets, and there's no way he was going to be able to carry them all, and he had like loads of bags, and he walked out the front of the Sheffield, slipped, and all the pub cups just went all over the And it's like a big shopping mall, and it's just straight on the tiles, all over the place. And we all just stood there and laughed, but none of us helped.
I mean, in general, in Sheffield, they are very good. But this was AFOL day as well, when she did it. So that was even more annoying. And I nearly did the, do you realise how much I spend in this shop? But I was like, no, don't do it. Let me go and speak to Manny. Where's Alex? I was like, no, don't.
They're probably like, yeah, you only ever come on in the cheap days, take it out. Don't see you, taking one of these big sets on a non-AFOL day.
Non-AFOL day, yeah. That's true. That is true, actually, yeah. Right, that is brimming. So we're going to eat my face. Scared.
Beautiful. A man's best friend.
Don't eat my face, puppy.
Oh, it's a puppy.
No.
Hello, puppy. Pussycats.
Puppy.
She's come to tell me it's bedtime, haven't you? Because I've got to get up. So.
She sort of sits at your feet, or?
Huh?
Does she sort of sit at your feet while you're there, or is she somewhere else?
Sometimes she's still a little bit too curious. She's been sat in there with everyone, but she realizes now it's bedtime because she gets a treat at bedtime, so she comes fishing.
No.
How old is she now?
Yes.
She's 5 months today.
Oh.
That's a big 5 months too. I mean, yeah.
It's a lamb. Is it a golden retriever or lamb?
She is a Labrador, a fox red Labrador, hence why we call her Burkatan. It's a Burkatan
Labradors
red.
are stupid.
Just birth for short.
Pretty cute. I've seen Sam Smith drop a large cup of 1x1 plates on the floor.
Yeah, he's the person I would put money on dropping plates.
Who was it that he had knocked a full tub out of somebody's hands? He didn't get them knocked out of his hands.
I wouldn't be happy with that lot, but because it seems that usually the staff there, they just sort of sweep them up and they just chuck them out or something. They certainly don't put them back, from what I'm seeing.
That's what I was. So I was under the impression that if they got tipped out, that's it. They have to go in the bin, and that's why I'm looking mortified. But I have been told by one of the staff that no, just put them back. You go in a big sorting box and you just have sort fests
Later on in it.
Yeah, so you know that bit of they don't have it in Sheffield, but in some you'll open a drawer and there'll be like loads of little bits of Lego that's all mixed in, that's old stuff. That's off the floor.
Okay. And then Cabbage, I used to love the self-serve at the cinema. I used to fill my popcorn box with pick and mix and pop it up with popcorn until one day they weighed it, busted. Why does it not surprise me Cabbage would do that? The funniest thing is probably with what you're paying for those things anyhow, even if you filled it up with pick and mix, it probably would still be about retail value anyhow. So.
I remember I went to that Candy King once and filled up a bag. I was at a concert and I'm like, oh wow, pick and mix. And you went around and just picked loads of stuff. And I went to the till and he went, £20, please. I went, what? £20 for a bag of sweets?
Did anybody remember the pick and mix from Woolworths?
Oh, that was great. That way just bought.
Amazing.
What a good buy.
That's it. Great big tub for £3.
Yeah.
Maybe £30 now.
Yeah.
You can still get, as they've got like the little pick and mix, you can get a tub for like £2. So that's quite
right.
good value. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just got to remember which. You just got to think, don't get any of the bottom because kids have probably licked it and put it back. Just get the top one.
I'm seeing less pick and mixes now and more. Well, around my area anyway, like American sort of sweet shops. You know, they get all these. Yeah, they're great. It's blimey, it's expensive.
Yeah.
To shop and get a 10p mix and get 10 sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all these like.
I'm going to get going, peeps, because I've got work in the morning. Thanks for having me on, Matt.
Thanks for being. Great to just catch up with you again. Is there anything you want to give a quick plug to? Any shows?
Just go on my channel, watch my castle stuff. There you go.
I'm really enjoying the castle conversations you're having with Bazza. So
yeah,
with the fan, when's the next one?
Well, Baz has been a bit under the weather, so when he's back to full strength, we'll probably do the next one. I think we haven't got many more left to do, and then we might have to think about doing something else. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully you'll have him on one day, and then you can chat to him direct, or get us all on one go. That'd be
we'll do that.
Get the full 2 to 4 players on. It'll be a bit of a laugh.
Yeah. Then if we did that, we'd probably have like the nine grid and sort of like the Brady Bunch or something. So.
Or the Three Stooges, you know.
Something like that. So, great to catch up and good to see you again. And hopefully,
bye everyone. Bye. Chat.
Bye. Bye.
And there is Speak of the Devil real soon. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. Get it all you guys on. I think as when you've got some time, you're feeling a bit more up to it.
Feel better.
Sort of thing. See you later as well. Cool. No, it's good to catch up with Craig. It's been a while. Let's see what else we sort of had. You had the releases and that. I think
Sonic set? We touched on the Sonic set. I'm looking forward.
We haven't touched on Sonic.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. That's why. So I'm glad the Harry Potter set's coming out in March. So in the Sonic set's coming out in January. It just spreads it out a little bit. And but yeah, because Sonic I absolutely love because it was like the very first game I ever played on the Sega Mega Drive 2. So I one of my favorite, probably my first favorite game character was Knuckles. I like Sonic, but Knuckles was always the one that was just slightly above Sonic for me. And getting him in it's a bang average mech set, but I'm getting that just for the figs really. But
I'm just trying to think because there's been a couple of mechs released lately, or the images of them, and there was one which was horrendous. I'm trying to remember if it was that one. You sort of look at it and go, or maybe it was one of the. I think it might have been that one. Very much you look at it and it's like, no, this is about the fig.
Yeah. I'm really tempted to get the Tails Tornado sex. It's on discount at the moment on Amazon. Like £30. I think so, or it was. I might have missed out on it, but there was but that set's not based on a previous game. Well, the Sega games anyway. But the plane was in it, because there were some levels you used to play and yet to stay on the airplane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Or it's like in the first one, or maybe it's the second one. You needed the plane, like you jump on. It must have been the second one because it's Tails plane. You needed to jump on the plane, which then took you up to Fortress in the Sky or whatever it was. No, I've been looking for that Tornado one to go on discount. I don't think it had, because that plane. Because I looked at it years ago, trying to, obviously it's a red plane. Look at if we could sort of modify the Amelia Earhart plane into like a biplane, or combine two of those sets, and so like just couldn't figure out how to do it. So
my nephew loves Sonic, and I've bought him a Sonic set for Christmas. He likes Lego, so I'll show you which one it is. Wow, he might be getting it for Christmas. Let's just say that. I haven't decided whether it's for me yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's sort of like you better get it wrapped if you want to give it to him. So I think
it's and it was on a discount good price on Argos. That one.
There we go.
What's this one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
You sold it up a bit higher. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went with that one because it was on discount. It was cheaper than the Sonic and Tails set, but it's slightly bigger.
Yeah, slightly.
I'll go for that one.
With it in there. I mean, what do you think they'll sort of do with the the Sonic sort of line? We're sort of getting bits and pieces of sort of levels or kind of designs, or obviously part of it is to get the figures and things, but where do they go to after that?
Wow, wow. If it's something I don't particularly like, I won't display it. So I think for me it's just I'll build the mech and then just dismantle it and just put it in my spare, where all my spare pieces go, really. And then I'm a bit OCD when it comes to my display. So it's like, there's my Harry Potter, it's the Star Wars, the Disney, and so on. But so I have my little Sonic section, and then what I want to do is the Sonic idea set.
Yeah.
And then just put the figures just next to it, really.
Was it there? Okay.
So like a Sonic shelf.
A Sonic shelf with it, yeah. When they first brought out that Sonic Ideas one, I did one of the mocks for the chemical plant zone, so you have like together and things. And it is suggested with the way that they had those Technic pins that they might do more, but we sort of haven't seen anything since. So it's like, I wonder if that's still on the back burner, or.
I hope so, because the series of games I used to love was Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. If you remember Sonic and Knuckles, it had the one that you could open at the top of the cartridge. You can put a game on top of it.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that they would have done like a set based on Sonic 2, then Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and then you can just sort of like have like an expansion across those games. But I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, particularly if you've got the Sonic Ideas sets retiring this year, I believe. So it almost sort of, if you do a second one and you don't have the first one there currently, it's kind of like, well, why would people start a collection of essentially set tubes?
Because the ideas, the Lego, the Sonic Ideas set is a homage to the very first level, which was Green Hill Zone. But it seems like the recent ones isn't influenced by a particular game. I could be wrong, but it's because I don't know. Like the set I just showed you, I don't know if that's based on a game. I'm not sure where that's influenced by a game, but yeah, it just seems to be it's just not an homage to any games, really.
Yeah, I suppose it's also too. It then means that as they're designing these sets out, if they are sort of doing it sort of more for kids. They're not sort of constrained by, oh, we're trying to get it to look exactly like this. It's like, so long as we're got the flavor and in the ballpark. And by the way, you get some cool figures that people will want to purchase them.
Do you have any of the larger ones? Like, do you have Bowser, or are you planning to get the Piranha Plant?
So, are you talking to me or to Chris?
Oh, to Chris.
Okay.
No, Mario. I'm not the biggest fan of Mario. I've got no really connection to it. The sets. My nephew loves Sonic and Mario, so unfortunately not. I think the last game I liked with Mario was Smash Brothers Melee. About 20 years ago, I think that was. But I'm not the biggest fan of Super Mario. But, but I'm kind of hoping for those who do that you get your minifigs next year.
Yeah.
There was Falcon. You know Falcon, who often leaks a lot of sets on Instagram. He was on ACOB a couple of weeks ago, and he was strongly hinting that what he knows, it's looking like it's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
It needs to. You can't have like Animal Crossing with all these beautiful molded minifigures, and you've got Sonic. You know, Lego are really, sticking their fingers up it.
Yeah, I think if Lego was smart, they'd do the minifigs, and then directly after that, they'd do a whole Mario Kart Speed Champions line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do something with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But maybe that's how you get the figures. It's almost like their version of like a battle pack. It's sort of like we can charge an inflated price because we know you just want the figs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird one. I just remember, obviously, you had the Mario film, which came out earlier this year, and was very, very successful. And walked straight out of the cinema across the thing to the Lego store, and the Mario theme they had next to nothing. And somebody came in and obviously just watched the movie. It's like, I want to buy some Lego Mario stuff. Like, what sort of Bowser or things do you have? And it's like, well, the other one's just retired and the next one's not out for another couple of months. And it's just like, the idea is like you have the merchandise at the time the films are in. Like,
why have they stayed clear from minifigures? Does anybody know why they just won't make any?
I mean, we'd all be speculating, but my sense is, they're obviously really pushing the electronic version, and as soon as they have a competing thing for that, then the money that they've sunk into the electronics, that's the end of that. I think, what was the beginning of this year? Did they release the Peach? Because you had Mario and then Luigi, and then you got Peach. Nintendo have always done things a little bit left of center anyhow. Sometimes it's worked, spectacularly, like a Wii, and then other times it's flopped horribly, like your was that Virtual Boy thing, for which was like red and black screen, and you sat and anyhow. So,
is the Nintendo Wii still a thing now, though?
Not the Wii. I mean, the Wii came out. What was that? 2005 or 7?
Yeah, came out when I was a teenager.
Nintendo's got their little Switch. That's it. Yeah.
That's right.
Because it's sort of after it seemed like once PlayStation really got a foothold, and then Xbox came along, they sort of went, well, we'll go from the more casual market as such. Rather than the hardcore sort of first-person shooters and Halo and Call of Duty or whatever the other ones are.
But they did. I'm actually surprised the Switch could actually handle the Harry Potter game. They just released that not long ago.
I still need to get it, but I got a fear I just won't like it. It's Harry Potter, but well, it's open world.
Yes.
But it's not as open as I'd like it to be. It's just, I think it's just Hogwarts you can go around. If I was,
Yeah.
I want to go to I want to go everywhere, you know, outside sports and so on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm a gamer, I like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
big fan of Elder Scrolls, particularly Skyrim, which I'm playing at the moment. And it's, if I play Hogwarts Legacy, comparing it to a game like Elder Scrolls 6, it's just you can't compare the two, because Elder Scrolls is just too in depth and too big, and it's just really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you, because we were obviously chatting about it earlier, the Lego Fortnite. Have you played Fortnite? Have you got any interest in that?
No, but being a teacher in a high school, that's all they banged on about this week. You know, they're talking about it in lesson. You know, talk about it in detention if you carry on. But no, that's what they go on about it. It's either this week has been either Lego Fortnite and or the new GTA 6 trailer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, take your pick of your poison sort of thing.
Yeah. But
so is that the sort of thing? You know, take it, and you can talk about it in detention. Oh, but sir, we love Lego Harry Potter. Actually, here you go. There's some merit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, like, if they did, she was saying about some people are saying they've done Harry Potter and it's saturated and whatever, but if they took some stuff from, no, I know it's not, but they could also not only from the TV show, they could take things from the game.
Yeah,
you know,
they could
take things from the game. Yeah,
absolutely, they could definitely do that
because the game was very successful.
Yeah, I'd like probably, because a lot of games now, I could be wrong, but it seems like looking at what Elder Scrolls do and looking at what GTA does, it's like they don't make brand new games because it takes them so long to make a game. It seems like these big games now, they spent years and years and years making for the next generation of gaming, for the next console. So like can't wait for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out, but the teaser trailer, 30-second trailer, came out 3 years ago. We still haven't even seen the game yet. But what they tend to do is now games, they tend to create DLCs, downloadable content, and just keep extending a popular game, and it works. It's great, and that seems to be the way forward. So, you know, yeah,
because that's what they did with. I mean, they've done it with lots of games, but the one which really stands out to me at the moment is Mario Kart 8. Like, you know, that was done so long ago now, and then they just recently released another, 48 tracks and characters as a DLC to extend it and things. And I mean, it then gets into this whole issue of you don't have these games on physical media anymore, because they're like, okay, you might have the very slim slither of the base game, but you keep on downloading everything else and patches and goodness knows whatever else and paying for it each time.
Money. I remember, what was it, a couple of years ago? I went to a game, I think it was, and you could buy in store money that you can spend in GTA. You know, like to get more money that then you can then buy the biggest mansions, the best cars. I remember when it was like back in 2001, 2002, you could do that with cheat codes, you know, R1, R2, L1, R2, up, down, right. £1 billion. You could get all the houses you want, all the weapons, all the hookers, you know, that was it.
Yeah,
I like the way that you emphasize, you know, that was it. This is like,
yeah.
But,
yes, I am just opening all the doors to my advent calendars to get me up to date.
I was very tempted. I was very tempted to do that today. I was very tempted. Because I've honoured the advent calendars. I've built them day by day by day, and I'm getting. I suppose it's like a couple of days of like really poor builds. Like, and I just want to see Aberforth now. I want to see the new Draco, and I'm thinking about just building them all, but then just taking a picture of them, then put on Instagram.
No, I just
That's
opened day
cheating.
5.
Yeah. But yeah, I am.
Didn't open it and then forgot about it, and I was like, oh my god, my advent calendar. I just walked past it, going to the bathroom.
The one there, yeah. So we'll know when we start seeing them daily on your Instagram.
No, I'm not going to do that. It's just
did you build this today, or was this from 4 days ago?
I want to see the Ewok. I want to see Palpatine in his jumper.
Yeah.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
There's been a bit of a controversy on Facebook because people have been reporting people for opening the day because we're in America and we're behind, or this, that, and the other.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah. No, I
would be surprised.
I always get that on when I was. This year I've been doing them more in the UK time zone. So, but certainly last year I was doing it more in the Australian time zone, and the number of comments I got about that. It's not the right day. You're one ahead. Blah 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 blah.
Were you in Australia?
I'm not, but
no, but
a portion of my audience is. So
you weren't opening them on the correct day.
No, of course. So doing them on the right one. So, and it was always funny because I get particularly some of the Americans in California who don't understand the fact that there's time zones and other people in other parts of the world are actually on the next day.
Yeah.
So
that's the only surprise with calendars, isn't it? You know what you're getting. It's just the surprise of when.
Well,
that's it.
It's which. Yeah, because I did the Clone Trooper video and put that up. I had at least 2 people say that they didn't get the clone on that, like they didn't get the clone. And it was
been a lot of that.
one of the brick set ones, I think it was for the droid or whatever. Sometimes they get, like in the boxes, the wrong bag will get put in there. So the brick set one for the robot one, they got a different bag. And then, I've had a couple of people comment on my videos going they didn't get the clone, and it's sort of like all the ones not to get. So I've usually just done the PSA and gone, look, if you have a chat to Lego, they might send you out a free, the proper one or something, but you would be a little bit annoyed. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Somebody's probably been finished all the clones out.
I've been noticing as well, because I've been watching Jeremy Herbert's advent calendar sort of competition thing he does, and it tends to be more of the city calendars and the Friends, how the printing is poor, when he zooms in and you can see ink everywhere and it's just not neat and tidy. It's whether that's do you reckon they just rush it when they make these minifigures because the printing is just crap.
What, on the actual minifigures themselves?
Yeah, it's just it just got all it's just not printed nicely. It looks like, I wouldn't say it's been printed, it's like it's been bleeding.
Yeah, it almost sounds like that would just be a QA issue more than anything, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's an interesting one. No, it's
I had a look at in the Marvel one we had Black Widow today, and she's got a Christmas jumper on, and I had a look at her printing quite closely actually because I thought that looks really nice, and it was absolutely spot on. It was perfect.
Yeah,
like say maybe if it's their own brand ones, they're kind of rushing them because they haven't got to answer to others, I suppose. So
the licensed ones are all okay.
Yeah, but we have seen things like wonky R2D2s for ages.
That line that goes around.
Yeah.
It seems, that's a pet, not so much peeve, but Jang seems to get a disproportionate number of those ones. Like, I don't think he's ever said, this one was printed fine. It's always like, no.
I think he's right. Jang on purpose because they know that he's going to comment.
Yeah, you're right, Nicole. You can't see it, but that's from last year's, and you can try your best to see it. I mean, but you can see the line's not perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Must be something to do with that curved surface or something, because he was saying about the OE, wasn't he, on his OE review, that the gold lines for the locomotive, they aren't, parallel to the bricks either. Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah.
It probably comes down to how they'd physically print it, whether they.
Are they pad printed, those ones?
But in terms, do they have the dome and sort of spin it around so it catches all the printing, or do they hold the dome still and then
have the thing come down? Yeah,
run around it. Because you'd only need it to be slightly, tilted one way or the other, and it will be, giving you a weird angle all the way around, sort of thing. But,
yeah. But printing is a strange thing. I can't remember which speed champion was it. Was it the Porsche, which had these very, very weakly printed canopy and these rooftop? And when you saw the car, you think to yourself, if ever, because you saw it through all the reviews, it wasn't just a one-off with my car. I would have thought that Lego would have at least one car checked out and realized the printing is very, very off, or not good enough, not printed enough.
Yeah, and that just gets down to QA, and then shout out to Adorable Ruth. Hope you're going well in WA. Just obviously getting up and saying there, morning all my friends. Advent printing is spot on. I wonder if it depends upon the manufacturer location.
Yeah, so that could be a fact.
Could be.
Yeah, if somebody in one location is having a bad day, or it's Friday afternoon, they don't care, or something's not quite straight. As opposed to somewhere else in the world. I don't know.
Do you have the Marvel Advent calendar? Because I don't know. I don't have the Marvel one. I'm thinking about getting it, or just getting the 2 Christmas jumper minifigures off Bricklink. I think you've had both minifigures now, haven't you? Like the 2 Christmas jumper ones. That's it now, isn't it?
Spider-Man and Black Widow.
So you've had the two desirable minifigures. They're done now, aren't they? For Marvel.
Yeah, they've both come up so far. Yeah.
Don't they say something for 24th? They normally put a minifigure in 24th, a nice one. They've got level with Pixar last year.
I have to go.
Yeah.
There's only 2. There's only 2 Christmas jumper figs in Marvel, isn't there? Black Widow and Spider-Man.
I had to check. I have the Marvel one, but I couldn't tell you what's in it. My gut would tell me.
Because the other one we've had. I mean, we had Iron Man, but there's nothing. He's not. There's nothing Christmassy about him.
Many Iron Mans.
But I think the Iron Man had the visor was a nice one. The lift.
Yeah, the lift up one, and then he's got the 2 printed face, the blue holographic looking one, and then the regular skin tone one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, one of my kids is massive Iron Man fan, so I think they got that day one. So it's like, the rest of the advent calendar doesn't matter now. So
yeah.
Oh no, last year was the game, wasn't it?
I mean, when you're able to do Iron Man armories, which is kind of like the same figure, just slightly different each time, and people almost those things as
that was last year's
army builders.
Yeah, it's just I'm in theory a real big minifig enthusiast. Minifigs are really important to me. For the tower, I enjoy them, but they are not the main reason. And while I build it, I have to confess that I did not take a look that closely. I came across the first Iron Man. I came across the second Iron Man. Then there was Tony Stark. Then there's another Tony Stark.
There's 4, isn't there? There's 4 in that set.
Yeah.
It looks great, isn't it? That in the corner. Yeah. Well, but I've got to ask, what have you done to Privet Drive? Okay, it's not proud as the Avengers Tower.
It's kind of behind the scenes now, but I wasn't able to dismantle it yet. Yeah, if I moved forward the tables, then you would see them.
Yeah. You built the Avengers Tower quite quick.
Yeah, I enjoyed the bit. It's a really nice bit. It's
looks
enjoyable.
really small, stuck in the corner though. You need to pull it forward.
That's what I thought. It's in comparison to the Daily Bugle, it's not. It doesn't look that big.
Yeah.
I think
next to each other. They're crying out to be next to each other, I think.
Yeah.
Probably the part that Chris may have also missed is that Nicole's been on holidays or vacation this week, so may have had a bit of time to.
Oh yeah, you're off for a month, aren't you?
Yeah, right.
Oh, nice. So you've got if you're off for a month, is that sort of normal, or you got any sort of plans, or?
It's not normal. It's just that within the company that I work for, you need to take a vacation day till the end of the year, or otherwise it will be taken voluntarily from you. So it's it expires by the end of the year. And I had a bit of time left, and it was either taking it or losing it.
Losing it, yeah. So you take it. Yeah,
I
that's a
never
very.
had time left.
It's a very European thing, because in Australia you usually have the problem the opposite way, where because you can just accumulate them. So if you don't take them, they'll carry over and carry over and carry over. Which is great sometimes if you want to go, traveling, because you're so far from anywhere. So if you go anywhere, like you want to have 6-8 weeks.
Right.
But then they get to the sort of point where people don't take holidays. So then it's almost like, okay, well, a lot of businesses now, particularly when it's warm, it's like between Christmas and New Year's, will shut and go, right, you are taking 2 weeks now, regardless of whether or not you want to, sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we lose I did lose hours if we didn't take it. It happened a couple of times. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're the same. But you know how it sounds weird to my ears for you to say, when it's so warm between Christmas and New Year's, I was like, what?
Trust me, when you
that or not, it's right to be cold at Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, when you're seeing, keep in mind if it's 40 degrees and you got Santa Claus dressed up in a full coat and everything like that, like you're just looking, and this guy's nuts. Like, why? What? There's some magic going on there, and you do kind of feel for some of the shopping center sort of little Santa's Claus. I mean, they're not too bad these days because obviously air conditioning and things. But anyone who's sort of not in air conditioning with one of those, and it's a hot day, it's just like, right, this is almost self-inflicted suicide. You were asking.
At the minute we've got it opposite. I'm working in this little pizza place at the minute, and it's so cold. Wearing body warmers underneath the uniform t-shirt. It's so cold at the minute. Putting on some of the ovens to keep warm. It's wasting gas.
Dora there saying got up early and crack of dawn, day off, and she's here watching us, so that's cool. Appreciate that. Anyone who doesn't know Dora, she does some fantastic mocks, particularly centered around Friends, and the way that she uses color is absolutely fantastic, so definitely check that out. Just saying hi, going well, and long time since managed to catch you on stream. Working a lot, sadly, doing very well. Thank you. Nice to have a night off. Glad you're well. Cool. Adora, Ruth, I'll probably catch up with you a bit later on. But if you're ever feeling like you want to come on for a bit, definitely give us a shout. We'll try to get you on that. It's been quite a while since you've been able to catch up, so that'd be great. So yeah, that's sort of. I mean, that forced holidays that sort of it can be a good idea in terms of, you know, it does give you a chance to, like, you know, force you to go and have a rest and, you know, get away from work for a bit.
Yeah.
Just sort of seeing here. Dora, to be fair, I've been a bit patchy with stream the past month or two. Lovely to see you today.
I've just remembered I've got to do a Christmas themed build for my love meat. I've not done anything. I better do something. Looking for some ideas of what to do.
Do you have the?
I was going to say you could do the Krampus.
Yeah. No, the theme is basically Christmas. Put a heart on it.
Oh yeah, we probably. I was thinking about that for one of the streams. If you got the build to give,
yeah,
so you do a heart, you tag it on social media with is the hashtag build to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lego donate
a set, yeah, for a child.
That. So I'm trying to think what if that's.
Do you get a message which set was donated and where to?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Don't think
It's
so.
just their
No.
promise that they're going to do it. They do it every year.
Yeah.
Is this
Do it
something like
last year, it
what?
was a star, wasn't it?
Is it 1.5 million sets they got to give away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably give them all to Fairy Bricks, and the Fairy Bricks give them all away.
Yeah. So I don't know if next week I won't be streaming, so I won't be around. I don't know if anybody else wanted to pick up that. So, but the week after that, whether or not maybe we sort of do a little build on the stream just to do one of those. That could be good.
I'm really feeling the week after I will be working because it's the hubby's birthday, so I'm not working Monday, Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday, then.
Well, wait
So
a
that-
minute. And the Friday. Is it? Oh, that's Christmas week, isn't it? Wow. I don't know. Shopping now.
And a shout out to the Brigadier evening. I know I've been watching or seeing a lot of your stuff recently up on Instagram. I'm just trying to think if he's been out traveling or something. I think he has. So I hope you're going well and good to you in joining us. And Ollie, going to drop off and call it night. Hope you have a good weekend, everyone. I hope that you're going well too. And catch up soon. And thanks for stopping on by. Let's talk about that actually. You probably drop off before we get to it. It was funny, like last week when we were talking about how you're doing mocks and things, and you can have wonderful, fantastic builds, but then it's all about the little minifigures and what they're doing. I remember seeing on London Calling, Ollie had a picture of his bugle and construction site. And Greg spent the whole time going through seeing what all the little minifigs were doing.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, that just fits in so well. And Adora, so many fantastic friend sets coming up. The Pop House, Farming Set, Cow and Goats, Garfield, the Conky Ginger Cat. Yeah, no, it's it's. No, I'll let somebody else comment on the friend stuff. Then yeah.
That apartment set, wow, that one, that's sort of it's just colourful. It's got the lift and like the little pool. That's insane. That set is the closest set for me to buy my first friend set. I really liked Elsa's Ice Castle. I like that one. And I've been putting that on ice for a while. Thank you. You got that one.
Oh, it's mini.
I've turned into Trevor. There we go. But yeah, but this apartment it's just really, really good, you know. And the mini dolls. I ain't got a connection with the mini dolls. I'm a pure minifigure fan, but the dolls look fine. But the actual building is just it looks really, really good. I like it. Yeah.
Since we have Ruth with us, maybe she can tell me, is it me or did the friend sets get more expensive in recent years? Because I used to buy loads of Friends sets. Friends was the theme that I bought most, typically 2 of them. And if I did not build them and display them, then they got parted out because they had great pieces in it. But in most recent month, especially last year, I looked at the sets and thought to myself, 160 euros, that's a lot.
Yeah, Jang mentioned it. He did a little review of the friend sets for next year, and he happened to mention that it's gone up.
But the last wave this year was expensive too. Because I did not buy. I don't think that I bought a single friend set. Not that they weren't beautiful. The tower, the kitchen, but the main street, they in itself are still nice. But they became really expensive.
Sorry, just Traveling Noodles, thanks for popping on by. I've been called into work, unfortunately, got to shoot. For everyone knows Christmas, don't hit the sales too hard on Boxing Day. Yeah, hope you have a good one, and yeah, we will be back before Christmas. If we see then, it'll be great, and if not, have a good Christmas. And Adora, yes, more expensive, but bigger and larger number per wave. About 4 years would be, we get one set for about another 120. Now multiple sets for 200. Yeah, and it seems with the new ones, like they are bigger. I don't particularly buy them, but you sort of look at them. But just, you said that you hadn't bought one, Nicole. Did you? I don't think I saw you get it, but the botanical one with the glass dome or whatever.
Yeah, that one I got, but that was not that expensive. What did I pay for it? Is it 85 euros? Retail, not discounted. I bought all of my Lego friend sets discounted, but usually it's a friend set that costs something between 80 and 99 euros, and then I get it for 60 euros. But now I see sets which I like, but they are 170 euros. And even if they then are discounted to 120, it's still a lot of. Because I'm still looking at them and think to myself, I need 2 of them in order to make a whole of them.
Yeah, because they recently, I think, have here it went on 30% discount or whatever. So yeah, I was able to do that double up because everyone seems to be doing it in some way. But I think that's.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to say, just acknowledging Adora Build's comment. Just want to expand on it. Do you think a theme? If a theme is healthy, the sign of a healthy theme? Do you reckon, like, if it's set to getting bigger and more expensive, isn't that the sign that the theme is doing well?
It depends. I compare. I have to admit that I compare not only within one theme, but I compare them to other sets that I buy as well. For example, when I see a friend set, which is not even covering a 16 by 16 base plate, just barely these strange just shell sets. And I pay almost as much as I used to pay for a modular building. The Parisian restaurant, 149 euros. When I then look at a friend set, which is a fraction of the size, I have a hard time getting around to feeling. It's a bit like we took a look at the Disney set, the new one that is coming out next year. And I made a wild guess that I think 30 euros would be okay for it, probably higher. And I Googled it afterwards and I thought, 85 euros? it's not really much. It's a tiny little tower and a tiny little house. And I thought about it. Why? Oh, why? On the one hand, I'm really shocked about the price. It is Disney, fair enough, but it's tiny. And when I then look at this tower, 500 euros. It's a lot of money. But in comparison to the Disney set, which costs 85 euros, even 10 times the set does not really come close to this amount of bricks that I got. I'm shocked about the prices. And I compare it not only within this theme, because if the theme is really, really expensive, it does not really help me. I need to stay within the brand. It's not fair to compare it to Kobe, but although you can compare it, it depends on your worldview, whether you want to compare it to Kobe or not. But at least stay within the brand Lego. And then I really struggle to understand why one theme with the license, Marvel or Star Wars, and you get a certain amount of bricks, and then you have another theme license as well, and the price is skyrocketing.
Wow.
Yeah, I think there's a lot there, and then Adora's also come in. I definitely think Lego's tried pushing pricing with Friends to be higher to see if people would buy them, which they have been buying. I mean, we've had lots of comments sort of coming in terms of, Lego will just keep pushing it. If you don't like it, don't buy it, sort of thing. That's the only way that they're going to resolve it, because they're a company, they're there to make money, like it or don't.
Yeah.
I think sometimes too, though, it's interesting you bring up the Parisian restaurant, because I think sometimes those earlier modulars, and I still think today, the modulars generally are really good value for money. Like, I think when the Assembly Square came out, that was, £179? I mean, it's had 2 price rises since then.
Yeah.
Sort of gives you a bit of an idea of, we can talk inflation, we can talk just whatever. I think sometimes doing the price per piece ratio, okay, yes, it doesn't take away the size, weight, and the amount of plastic and things, but the thing which you're sort of noticing with a lot of these sets is there's more pieces. Okay, yes, some of them can be small tiles for like a Rivendell roof or something like that, which can artificially inflate, but you do look at it, because when I'm doing the top 5 most expensive sets, I am looking at, what's the average of the big flagship sets. And over the time period, you can really see the number of pieces in the sets have gone up quite significantly as well. And it's almost like, okay, you're getting more detail, you're getting more stuff. I mean, the classic one is Cafe Corner. The first modular didn't have an interior. Whereas now, you sort of, the museum and that, you sort of, all the dinosaurs and messing around with it, and, Craig doing a bit more of a basement, and,
Although the Parisian restaurant has a lot of details.
It was always a fantastic build, that one. And I think that was probably one of... It's felt to me that until recently, the modulars have always been like a really good price point. Because you even look at, what's the museum going for now? Is it 209 or something? Or
I paid 300 euros.
Or maybe it's
Is it 240 or something?
240, yeah. And you look at some of the other... Okay, yes, you've got Home Alone, which I'm thinking of all the big sets, they're actually good value relative, like whether it's...
260.
Talking it.
Oh, 260, yeah. It's the same price as the Orient, isn't it? The Orient Express is 260 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I think when, Nicole, you're talking about, within themes and things, like modulars generally being relatively good value. I mean, we can go blue in the face with Star Wars in terms of massive sets and no minifigs. But then, it gets to what, was it Chris was saying earlier about the big Hogwarts Express, if you didn't have any figures in that, and if it was just a more of a display piece, and like,
it was Craig,
or maybe it was Craig. Sorry.
What was that? Say again. What was said?
So he was saying that he would have been happier if there was another carriage with no figures, or just like a couple of exclusive figures, and it was just a display piece. Whereas they tried to put loads of figures on it. I disagreed. But, you know.
I don't know. It's a difficult one. I think, and I'm just speaking for myself. I'm quite emotionally connected to characters, and I love the characters in Harry Potter, and they add life to a set, especially a set that is in your theme of interest. But yeah, I would not swap those minifigures for another carriage. No, no, never. I wouldn't.
But I think the point that he was also making was, because it wasn't minifig scale, you know, then does that sort of, you know, does it mean that you can sort of not so much break away and not have the minifigures? But it was.
I'd like us to have a conversation at some point about minifig scale sets, because I never understand.
The minifig scale that you're going to get.
Yeah, I was going to say that. When do you cross that threshold of a set being purely minifig scale? And I think Topic Bricks once spoke about this, and it was really interesting to hear his thoughts on it. And when he's not moaning about the theme, but when he's about no, he's a good kid. No, but when he made some interesting points about what sets was close to being purely minifig scale. I still don't know, but looking at the Hogwarts Express, it's very much minifig scale. I've got no issues with that. The train driver fits in the bloody train. That's enough for me.
I think I heard somebody say online that the UCS Falcon is like within 1% of being correct to minifig scale.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that. I've heard that.
Which, given some Star Wars nuts, they probably would have gone through the calculations for it. So it wouldn't surprise me. It's a very interesting sort of idea in terms of, you know, what is minifig, what's too small, you know, what is that sort of tolerance or that magic sweet spot. Certainly you have something like the Orient Express and things like that, which again, I don't have it, but some of the figures might sit in there pretty tightly. Whereas I'm guessing with the Hogwarts Express, you know, they've got comfortable space sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then just catch up on a couple of comments, because there's I think Bricky Tie. Do we have that one? Maybe a bit more panels, but think the values of what you're getting. Nice to see bigger sets rather than just a small salon or cafe. Agreed. I think the Friends pricing is worth it due to the detail of the builds. Saying this earlier about the Dream sets, think Lego priced them high to see if they would sell. The second wave looks amazing too. Disney princesses can skew too pricey for me, especially because their builds tend to be easier than the Friends set. And the other thing I did want to pick up on is it looks like we're getting the fourth in the castle line, which is, I'm trying to remember what castle is it? But
Ariel's castle.
Ariel's castle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my other half loves the Little Mermaid, and I've looked at that, but we're not mini doll fans. Luckily we've got an Ariel minifig anyway, so we could just throw her out and put the other one in.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
I was just gonna if Monarchy's in the chat, if he just wants to, you know, cover his ears, because the way it gets worse, it goes from minifigure, no minifigure, mini doll. Sorry, Monarch.
Just give your mini dolls to Monarch. That's what I do, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah.
I got loads of bulk lot with loads of Friends Lego, and it was kind of like, oh, cool, I give it all to Mark. He was very happy, so I can, you know, get away with something.
I mean, it's as what you say. You're sort of going, you know, down the rankings of things. You know, good figure, no figure, mini doll. It's kind of, if you're trying to get people to do these as a bit of a collection.
I don't like that line. These mini castles, it's just gradually got worse. The first one,
which is brilliant. The Disney castle, love.
Yeah, I've just got it. My wife's got it. It's just over there, and it's just a nice exclusive fig, some really great pieces. You get some nice printed pieces as well. It's a shame there's one of the printed pieces you can't see because it's in the castle, but it's great. I think the little mansion, the haunted mansion, was all right, but I don't think it quite competes with the mini castle, and then it just gradually just gets worse.
Yeah, because you had the what was it? Was it Agrabah Palace?
Yeah.
The genie Aladdin one.
Aladdin one, yeah.
But yeah,
I
because
didn't have a minifig or anything.
You could have had that. You could have had that prince guy. I can't remember his name. The one who owns the palace, the big guy,
the Sultan.
Oh, the Sultan, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have had that, or you could have had Jasmine, or you could have had Aladdin, or you could have had Genie, or Jafar. Like, it's just like, but you then go with nothing. Like, it's just because the Disney castle made so much sense because it's the sort of thing. You can get the really big Disney castle and spend hundreds, or if you've got someone who's interested in Disney, you can do it as a gift. You can it's so that could appeal to so many people. And Bricky Tie agreeing with Ruth. The skill level that we saw with some Disney compared to Friends, I don't think justifies the price. Minifig scale is very squishy, definitely not the same as human scale. One of my favorite things has always been people being 6 heads high, whereas minifigures are 2.5. So it's weird to begin with. And then in which we stretch it there. So shout out to Trevor, and hope that you're going well. And if you go back,
Hi, Trevor.
what is it now? About 17 minutes. Somebody here was imitating you with their quality bad jokes.
I love a joke. I told a couple of jokes today at work. Actually, comedy gold. They liked it. I can share it with you.
Trevor's playbook. Yeah. While we're talking about it.
All right, and it's festive, so the joke is appropriate for this time of the year. I worked for a company that did firework displays, but I was fired because I was bang out of order. There you go. You got 2 jokes in one there. The other one was this year I decided not to make a snowman. I decided to make a snow boy, but unfortunately he had a meltdown. Right, I'll just leave.
This is the sort of thing on the 21st.
No, your subscribers, Matt, is getting lower now.
Yeah, it's why I need a lot of those other videos to counteract the effects. Maybe on the 21st, the one before Christmas, we should have bad Christmas jumpers and really bad Christmas jokes or something. So you can really drive
my
this.
Christmas jumpers are Star Wars Christmas jumpers, so they're not.
Well,
me too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. It's not a bad one. Hang on, look.
Isn't it National Christmas Jumper today? Because that's why we wore them at work today.
Okay. Very nice. That's cool.
Yeah. One of a kind.
And for anyone who's joining us late too, the intro was tweaked slightly. It's more of a Christmas theme. You can thank Trevor for that. He did the work on that. I just put it together in the end, so we'll probably have that for a couple of weeks anyhow.
Can I just reiterate as well? It says earn 2 times insiders points on all purchases. So I don't know whether that would be if you pre-order anything, and that's from tomorrow.
From tomorrow, and that runs till what is it?
8th to the 12th until 12th of the 12th. So only 2 days. 4 days.
Yeah. So effectively, 10% discount you will take.
And all the advent calendars are on discount on there still.
I might get the Marvel one. I thought I was done. Because I got the Home Alone, the advent calendars. I'm done this side of Christmas. But,
never done.
I've just watched the Avatar films, and they've got the Avatar set on there for discount of 40% off. So.
Yeah. If it depends on if you've got any. If you don't have any, then it can be a slippery slope. So, because like the tree and a few of the other ones are quite nice builds, but
anyway. No, it's just the one with the ornithopter, the ship animals. So I don't really need that one. I need an Avatar minifigure. I think I'll have to get one.
Yeah, I'd like to see them all together. I've never seen anybody put all the sets together.
I'm sure somebody must have. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Trevor's got them all, and I think he even has them all displayed together or in a couple of shelves.
Yeah. I think he sent me a picture. Yeah, I remember now.
Something like that. So yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was all the sets. I'm not sure if he had every single one.
I'm pretty sure he did, because they've only released 9 sets, and they did that in 2 waves. They did like the first 4, and I think the 3 months leading up to the release of the second film, and then January 1st they did the next lot. Saying hi, Trevor, hope all well. Finally sitting down to film the last few 100 frames of the Christmas special stop motion. Oh, excellent.
Very cool.
So I've seen a few little teasers and that, I think, on your Instagram and things. Other people saying okay, and as well. Surprised Mini Agrabah didn't come with a Sultan minifig. Saying hello. Definitely agree on that, mate. Know the feeling. Someone taking my dad joke ground. It's as bad as asking how a Christmas tree gets its email by logging on. Oh. It's like you start reading that, and it's like, oh, you think it's serious, and then you get halfway through, and it's like, okay, I know where this is going. Okay, well. Just had to Google the Little Mermaid Castle. It's gorgeous. Love the mini doll. Well, you might be buying the world supply of them or something. So, yeah, man, got the Avatar sets. Absolutely. Yeah, I think he did a few stop motion builds on them. I know there's at least one, but I thought you did a couple. Fantastic builds. Take a picture. Thought I'd done that. Oh, you've not built the second wave yet. I thought you had.
I'm gonna say I didn't think I'd seen the flying. I was nearly said flying fish then. They are flying fish. They're skin wings.
Yeah.
They kind of are flying fish.
Yeah.
And
flying fish, or the flying whale sort of thing. Yeah.
He wasn't flying. He just went. Pew!
Oh. Glad you're down there.
You will all be dead, or not dead, unalived. Yeah.
Okay, I think we starting to be pushing up against 3 hours here, so I might just sort of go for a quick run back through what people have been building and what's coming up on their socials. We'll start off with Nicole, Lady McBrick.
Let me show you.
Nope, you're starting to get the...
Nice.
Looking nice.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit more than on Sunday. But, yeah. It's really amazing. Yeah, to look at.
You think it's amazing? Or what are you sort of liking about it so far?
The details. There are exhibition displays, which are really, really nice. Just tiny ones, 2, 3, 5 pieces, but maybe half a dozen, but really effective. They are really cute. I think it will be a good set in the end. Yeah, different than the bookshop, because there were really few books, but here I think it will be very nice in the end.
Yeah. And do you have any thoughts on how you might sort of customize some of the museum details?
So far, I would assume that I will leave it as it is. Yeah. Not spontaneously. When I built the boutique hotel, I knew that I wanted a second one just to make it a grand hotel, because it looked a bit as if, like a cake, as if someone had cut a cake into two. Yeah, and I got one part of it. So I knew that I needed a second one. But that one, it looked finished, at least based on the pictures. It seems to be, like a finished model. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if there is empty space, then I might do something. Although I have to confess, that I keep on telling that for being a bookshop, there are awfully little books in the bookshop. I still have not. I bought 2 bookshops and still have not added any additional books to it.
Books into it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Cool. And in
yeah.
terms
I just
of
pretend we had a sale.
yeah, all the books are being loaned out and read all over your little Lego city there somewhere. Anyhow,
Right.
in terms of what's coming up, you got a stream tomorrow on Instagram, do you?
Yes, I indeed have. On 3 p.m. UK time, I'm going to meet with Jiao, Sir Awesome Fishy.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's a great little stream that you have on Instagram. Goes for a couple of hours, and yeah, definitely if people are about, check it out. Then, okay, excellent. All right, moving along. Madlib, what have you been how'd you get on with your builds, and what have you got coming up on?
Yeah, I finished the little market. There's these 2 little add-ons. You got a little snowman and a little Christmas tree, which is nice, cute. And then is your finished Christmas market.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's actually quite nice. It's a little bit better than I expected, actually. So
it's quite big.
Yeah.
It's size to it.
Yeah, and I've got a second one, so I'm actually going to double it up and then just put them back to back.
Back to back. Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, they'll sell the same stuff, but that's no different from any actual Christmas market. So, and then from me, I've just put up a video this week of my November purchasing, which is ridiculous. So if you see that, it's immense. So just gone up this week, and then this weekend I will be doing. I will probably be building one of the Winter Village sets. Maybe I've got 2. I've got Gingerbread House and Santa's Visit. I haven't decided which one, but I'll be doing one of them probably this weekend as a video. And yeah, and then obviously we're not up on Thursday, which actually suits me because I'm going to Leona Lewis on next Thursday anyway, so that's fine for me. Yeah,
works out well then. And if you do a stream this weekend, what sort of time are you thinking of?
If I'm streaming, it's normally on a Sunday. I'll throw it up, but I'll put it on my socials. And if I'm doing a video, it normally releases just after because I film the weekend. So that'll be up on a Monday or Tuesday if I do that. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you stream Twitch or YouTube?
I normally do YouTube because I haven't figured out all the Twitch. I've got a Twitch profile, but I haven't actually done all the bits around it. You know.
Yeah.
So, you get it all connected. So okay, brilliant. Well, definitely. I know certainly when you've mentioned on last week's stream or whatever is some of your purchases there. Certainly some nice ones in. So definitely check out that video as well. All right, and One Brick Stud. What have you sort of got coming up on your socials? Oh, and sorry, how you get on with your build?
Yeah, so I'm just going to be just carrying on with the advent calendar builds. I'll just be putting on Instagram each day with just a little comment about how I rate them and so on. And continuing with the Home Alone sets. It's looking fairly decent now. So just finishing the second floor, then it'll be the third floor, and then it'll be the kitchen / basement, and then the tree house. So I'll be building that, and I'll be building that this Sunday on Blondie stream, where I'll be with Fab Blondie and Lady McBrick. And then not next week. It won't be next week. Would it be week after? Family Bricks again?
Yep, this should be the 21st. So brilliant. And Fab Blondie is what time on Sunday?
7 o'clock UK, and I think it's 3 o'clock in the US. That's right.
I think it's
it's 2 o'clock, isn't it?
2 o'clock. So
yeah.
it'll be somewhere in around.
Yeah, something like that. I'm really advertising her channel well, and that's it. Yeah, it's sometime in the afternoon if you're in America.
In America, then. Brilliant. Yeah, no, that's good. We get to see you, Nicole, and Fab Blondie Bricks. It's always a tongue twister for me. Brilliant. All right, and appreciate when you managed to jump on and join us today. Kerry, how did you get on with your build and sort of socials or conventions or anything else?
So it is finished. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Just put it on 4 base plates so I can put it all together, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
Did the one house today. That one. No, that one. Wait a minute. That one. If you notice at the top, there's a blue window because I've lost the green one on the floor somewhere. Can't find it. But yeah, it's a very nice set.
It looks good like that.
Yeah, I really like what you've done with it.
Because it's kind of like a different style to all the rest, really. I mean, it's like more villagey, and then this is more high street. But we'll see. What have I got coming up? I don't know whether I'm on London Calling tomorrow. I can't remember. But I haven't streamed myself for a couple of weeks. I was supposed to do it this week, but I was too poorly to do my own stream. It's easier. Excuse me. It's easier to do it on other people's when you're coughing and choking and sneezing, as opposed to your own. So it's like you don't have to constantly talk. But I'm not sure if I am better enough to do my own stream. It will be on Monday. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be though, because it's getting a bit ridiculous now. I've been poorly for 2 weeks. So yeah.
And then I think you were on holidays. I think that was Billund, or is that way too long ago? Can't remember. I thought you were on holidays recently.
Yes, I was. I was in Forteventura. I think that's why I'm poorly, because I came back from 24 degrees to -1. Yeah. When I went away, it wasn't that cold. So it just kind of like the temperature just disappeared within the week. So yeah, we set off and it was like a balmy, probably 10 degrees, 10, 12 degrees. Came back to -1. It was like, what's going on here?
What's happening here?
What's happened? Yeah. So stepped off. Hubby was still in shorts. It's like, did we bring the coats and leave them in the car? No, we didn't. We both took a hoodie on, some jeans. And then it took us 3 hours to get home from Manchester. It was awful.
Oh.
Many road closures.
Getting home or Manchester?
Getting home. Manchester's all right. It's an all right town. Yeah,
the way you said it, Manchester's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is awful. It's not so bad.
Cool.
It's better than Doncaster, put it that way. Yeah. For a northern town, it's quite all right.
Mm-hmm.
There is worse. Newcastle, Sunderland.
Just see all those thumbs up queuing on my stream now. Sorry, thumbs down.
Yeah.
Do you want to check out countries while you're at it? You don't particularly like the cold of Scotland, do you? No.
I've only ever been to. I can't really comment on Scotland. I just if a Mega Man's here, I always just tease him for being north of the wall and a wildling. Yeah, I've only actually been to Edinburgh, and Edinburgh's beautiful, so I can't really comment. But he's from Glasgow, and I've heard it's a bit of a hole. So.
Yep, those thumbs down are increasing right about now. Thanks for that. Cool. Brilliant. So, next week we won't be doing this stream. I'm going to be away, so the week after, back to the usual. Thursday, I'm trying to do daily advent calendars, really bad dad jokes. So,
I could potentially use this slot then, couldn't I? Thinking about it, as opposed to Monday if I'm still a bit bad.
Yeah.
Am I working? I can't remember. I'll have to check.
I think you were, because you're saying you had Monday, Tuesday off or something like that.
No,
Was that the week? No, that was the week after.
The week after, yeah.
Yeah, no, in the run up to
Next
Christmas.
week I'm working Tuesday, Wednesday, I think.
Yeah. So, I'm just having a look here. We had the poll saying that we started off on Fortnite, which was just give that an end at the moment. And have you become a Fortnite expert in the last 24 hours? And we had no with 39%, what is it? And I think it's changed the order. Sorry. So no with 39%. 34% coming in next with yes, I've always known it's been about 14 days. And 26% were saying that they are one-day experts. So I'm sure in the next couple of days, if nobody has had any clue about what we're talking about there, it will be on your social media with different people commenting on it. And I just think usual sort of thing, share, like, subscribe, and replay gang if you watch us back. Put a comment around the video. Give you a shout out next time around. Always appreciate the guys watching it back. And I'm just sort of here. Haven't we actually started the Central Perk? I've actually almost finished. I've gotten up to the couch. I'm sort of... Where are we here? Let's get it here. So the couch, which is in one of the last bags. So I've just got a few little bits and pieces, and yeah, that's most not falling apart. So
are you going to change it into the apartment tower?
Yeah, I was having a look at that and sort of.
You need a lot of extra bricks, I've noticed.
Yeah, it's about another 1,000 bricks. I do have a second version of this, and I do have the friends' apartments as well. Yeah. Because part of it has been because I've got a lot of sitcom ones too, and storage becoming a bit of a space issue. But I want to keep the sets together, so it's like if you can at least do it, your footprint's the same, and then it just goes high. So that's the thought process at some stage. And other than that, it's great having people in, and the chat. We had a very chatty chat tonight. You can follow that one. So a few people we had: Traveling Noodles, Madlib, Brickstage Pass, Adora Bills, Cabbage Face, Bazza, Bricky Kai, London Bricks, Omega Man, Hans Scotty, Nun Snowflake Online, Simon, Brick Artemis, and Benji Russell to name but a few. And a few of the others. I think that's most things. I'm sure I've probably forgotten something. Anybody else got anything they want to say just before we get out of here, or forgotten to say, or anything like that? No. Okay. It's
right now.
There.
Have a great weekend next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Safe travel.
There. Have a,
season's greetings.
Season's greetings and all of that.
Are you going to Disney?
Sorry?
Are you going to Disney?
No, that's next year. So that's Florida. So,
I thought he was going to Disneyland Paris next week.
No, not that one. So cool. And yeah, and it's great to see Adora popping in. I know it's probably the wee hours of the morning there. And with that, goodbye and see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Later.
Mr. Bigger. Det bliver super duper.
See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.